Hello, everyone. You talked at the exact same time. That was awkward. Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ocarina of Time round one race between Dotzo and r0bd0g. And hopefully, this is going to be a fun one because I was really grooving out to the music before this race. I was really happy with that music choice that r0bd0bot chose for this. But yeah, so. With our commentary today is Hamster and Monstrous. Say hello, you two.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I've successfully recovered from yesterday's fun seed, ready for an even funner one.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be an awesome seed.
Okay, so the question on everyone's mind right now. Who do you guys predict to win?
I have no clue, honestly.
Yeah, these two are so evenly matched for me.
Nah, but I'm talking about like your challenge, man. Like, who did you
predict?
I think I predicted r0bd0g, but we've already got r0bd0g going into Mido's house and Dotzo going to the Kokiri sword chest, already diverging past massively, and Iron Boots is found in Mido house.
Interesting. The classic ice trap in Mido's house. I've been getting one of those like every goddamn seed lately. Oh, money in Mido's house. r0bd0g will like that.
Deku Tree for r0bd0g, calling out. Yeah. And Bomb Bag, Kokiri sword chest.
Jesus.
This is already an explosive start to this seed.
Oh god.
I didn't.
So Bomb Bag's really good.
What's with the back cons?
I thought I would just take inspiration. But the Bomb Bag's really important early on, because now that minimizes a lot of backtracking. For example, let's say you do Lost Woods. You can do it all at once now with, the grottos, rather than coming back a second time. The Iron Boots aren't really that useful, though. Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't really do much, but
just a few spots. There
is a certain grotto that uses both items, the Tektite grotto, so maybe there's something in there. Maybe.
I'm interested to see what if Dotzo sticks to the southern Hylia route, or southern Hyrule route, what he does with the bomb bag early, because I always feel it's kind of awkward.
The bomb bag early, yeah, there's a few different routes you could do by getting it early, like doing the South Forester grotto in Hyrule Field. But it seems like both players are going to opt to doing the early Deku Tree, r0bd0g's favorite, as I've heard.
Dotzo might also just be buying stuff to spend money and then still go outside.
It's possible, because you can do Deku Tree at the later point to reset your day night if you feel that's necessary.
Yep.
But,
wait, r0bd0g? Okay, r0bd0g? There we go.
He was juking us.
Dotzo leaves after buying a bit of stuff.
Okay. I don't think I've ever done that particular kind of route.
And he grabbed enough money to both pay the scrub near Lake Hylia and do child fishing, so I assume he'll be doing the full route.
Now that's very important. You need 20 for child fishing and 10 for the grotto outside Lake Hylia.
Yep. Our first hint, Hyrule Field Way of the Hero. Maybe onto something with the Tektite grotto.
I think I'm onto something here, exactly. But the nice thing about Dotzo's spending money there, it comes at an awkward point. You go into Deku Tree, you spend your money, and then Lost Wood tends to be up next. But if you have bombs, you got to spend 80 rupees, and you just spent all your money. So by spending your money there, you kind of even out the money cost, if you get what I mean.
Yep.
So, Frogs 2 is dead. I'm disappointed. One day it will come up. We haven't had a Frogs 2 seed yet this entire tournament. It'll come up one day, and it'll probably be nice.
Yeah, I'm sure. Didn't you have to like 3 frogs in a row streak?
Let's not talk about it. It was a dark time. Dark time. 30 skulls is Deku Nut capacity, so 30 skulls is dead. And I doubt you want to get the 30 skulls for those nuts, even though they're really good and definitely undervalued.
Nice trap.
It's always nice when you get a bunch of ice traps early.
I mean, it's kind of good to get them early, just so you know your freestanding items later on are less likely to be ice traps.
That's actually something I've never considered. You're absolutely right. Although you don't want it too early, say the Gerudo Valley Crate.
Yeah, that's probably
really bad place.
Worst spot of them all. Because goodbye chicken.
Alright, so Dotzo in Hyrule Field doing the open grotto gets 200 rupees, while r0bd0g is currently in Deku Tree.
So I think he might be doing the full, like all 3 grottos and just say basically screw it to his day night. Maybe do early child gag.
In this position, I actually prefer r0bd0g's route because you can actually do Decatry and then do Dotzo's route, and it will be just nighttime at the castle. You can actually do both at once, which is really nice.
That's what I've been doing as well when I get early bombs.
It doesn't happen that often because you do need the early bombs, but it's really nice when you can pull it off.
Yeah. The weirdest is if you get bombs or choose in the open grotto and Hyrule Field, because then you're like caught between a rock and a hard place.
It's like you want to save scum these bomb shoes, but you're never gonna save scum those. It takes too long. It's really awkward sometimes.
Yeah.
But with the bomb bag, who cares about save scumming?
Pretty much.
Alright. So where would you say Dotzo goes from here? Do you think he'll do an early adult play, or will he just go get Silver's Lullaby and continue?
I think he might, yeah.
I mean, maybe he's
kind of
thinking...
depends when he makes it to castle.
Maybe he might be thinking that Tektite Grotto. He has both items there. Din's Fire found in Decatry.
Yeah.
Always
Very nice
to see.
Nice. Yeah, he might. I mean, it kind of depends. If he gets the day-night cycle where he enters castle at early day, he might just be going adult, and then when he's done with the early adult, turn at night.
Yeah. Ooh, eye drops. That's
drops.
always weird to find early because you think, should I never
don't
save?
Want to save Wolf
in case big runs required, because that's such a massive time save. But it's hard to call when you get it that early.
Yeah, agreed. Dotzo doing the full hover?
Oh.
Yeah, he hovers all the way over.
You could do this. He's gonna check what the
I know. It's just some people check it like this and eat time loss, and some people just walk there always.
Yeah, although I think there's something up there I can't quite see.
Hylian shield, I believe.
I'd say that's worth it. Never have to buy a shield.
I think so. Saves you a bit of time from farming money.
So the interesting thing about doing such an early Decatry is sometimes there'll be no items and sometimes it's just a stone and you feel really bad. So it's really nice finding probably a required item, Din's Fire. We'll see.
Yeah.
So at least
also,
you know you
toilet has a small key. That's a good hint.
Ooh, toilet's dead. I'm sorry, everyone. I know you're all disappointed.
That's what you like to read. Either that or some garbage item.
So, r0bd0g in Decatry doing the E1 skip, not doing ground jumping, which is a little odd.
Confused, yeah.
Someone just said the memo to r0bd0g to do a ground jump. That is a bit faster, but nonetheless, pulls it off nicely.
Easy.
Decatry way the hero. Well, Dotzo must be thinking, crap, r0bd0g probably did first Decatry and has that item already.
But as far as it looks right now, it's looking to be the Din's Fire.
So Dotzo is doing the route where you get the hints around Lake Hylia, and with good movement, you should be able to get to the castle at night time.
I don't think he can quite make it because he got both grottos.
I also don't think he can quite make it because he also got the Hylian shield. I'm not sure because I'm not too familiar with this route, but we'll see how that goes. If he doesn't make it, that is incredibly bad, but I guess his next play from there would be to go do Decatry and then continue on.
I think he just might arrive very late at night, so then you can just get the grotto next to the bridge and just enter at early day and do adult. Or, as you said, he might just save warp to Decatry and then go market.
40 Skull says Deku Nuts. Apparently, Sculptures only have Deku Nuts today. r0bd0g doing a nice, clean, quick kill on Goma, and we'll see whether this was a stone or a medallion.
And so the only item in here was Din's Fire. So it looks like
don't
Shadow
forget,
might be needed.
Eye drops as well. It could be a big Goron seed.
Ooh, that's right, that's right.
Goron
and a stone.
Oof. Unfortunate, but hey, this is Way of the Hero. We do need Din's Fire or perhaps the Big Orange trading quest item. So we'll see which one.
I haven't had a Big Orange seed quite in a while. That's always a tough decision.
Dotzo doing child fishing, and you know if it somehow goes wrong, he has 60 extra rupees to get the fish back. It's always kind of a risk when you do the early route and you only have 20 rupees. You get one go at it. And you just hope there's nothing there if you mess up.
Yep. Nah, I didn't, Doc. I didn't.
Dotzo,
I mean, there's
one of the fish.
Plenty other fish, so he should be good.
It's always nice to know some backups, just in case the first fish doesn't cooperate.
going for the one that's used in vanilla speedruns. And Rob
Come on, fishy.
going to Hyrule.
Alright.
Or
Is he
other
going
castle,
straight
I should
adult?
say. I assume so. I mean, he's at midday now, so it's pretty long till nighttime once
It
he
would
reaches
work
castle.
out, and fortunately, Dotzo hasn't really found anything yet, so if he doesn't end up doing Gerudo Valley and all that stuff, it would actually work out. The only thing that was found was the Hylian Shield.
Yep.
So let's see what child fishing has for Dotzo. And a recovery hut. Fortunate. The Boulder of Destiny coming up for Rubdog. Let's see what we have here. Well,
So that-
Dotzo is going to go grab his Scarecrow, and we'll see where he goes. Either he'll go to Hyrule Castle or do Deku
Yep. That kinda indicates to me that Rob will stay child for a bit.
Shots found in Boulder of Destiny. Boulder of Destiny
Beautiful.
comes out nice.
Very beautiful.
Praise be that Boulder. And
Because he's wasting this time as child, I think he might just farm a bit of rupees and wait till night.
that's possible, though I
But
think
he's
it's
still
quite a
pretty
bit
far
time.
away, yeah.
Nah.
Well, it's turned orange, so it's like, what, 30 more seconds?
Yeah, I think you are right. Dotzo, it's cutting it close to nighttime.
It's gonna be very close for Dotzo.
Yeah, it is a very tight timing, especially if you do all the grottos and the Hylian Shield. It's going to be incredibly close.
He
Takes
might
the
be
L.
good.
I think he will be fine, but only barely.
Ooh. Very nice movement. If he does.
Rubdog
Like,
is going
I
straight adult.
can't make it at all with that route. Magic!
big-
We saw a big run!
You have to go get that. 50 skulls Mirror Shield!
Shield! What?
Oh my god, no!
And Market is way of the hero.
Okay, if you were in this position and you saw Big Goron was Magic Meter and you had the eye drops, would you just go straight there? You
I'd
really
go
don't want to
for it.
save quit.
You do have bombs. I'd do early adult and get it, to be honest.
Oh my god. Dotzo makes it
Oh,
just
market
barely
was
in time
foolish,
to the
my bad.
market.
Interesting start. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd go early adult and just grab that. Skull Mask.
Skull Mask is
Always
dead.
good.
That's always a
Good.
nice thing to find. Although, we do now know this is a potentially Big Goron. Not quite yet, because it is the Magic Meter. There is a second one out there. And it is one, most likely... Hopefully, when we see what the dungeons are, we won't see Spirit Temple for these runners. But if there is, we need to do 50 skulls for Mirror Shield.
Yep.
I'm terrified that I may have accidentally rolled a bigger on 50 skull seed.
Dotzo cleaning up the market, which, as we know from Rock, is sadly foolish. DMT way of the hero. Oh, that's probably bigger on.
Oh god, no.
Second magic locked.
This is actually quite interesting, because now that Rubdog went into ZL, he found out Market was barren, and now Dotzo has done all this stuff. He's going to go there and think, oh man, I've just wasted a couple minutes.
Yep. I'm actually not a big fan of like just going to the stones, because it's kind of awkward, but it paid off for Rubdog.
I think you just rush Big Goron at this point. You just cannot risk having to do prescription and then all of that stuff, and the magic meters in Ganon's castle. I think you have to rush Big Goron in this case, unless you never intend on saving.
Agreed. And just after adult early, you just want to save Wob if you don't get Prelude from Storm's spot, so you're kind of forced to grab him during your adult one.
So, right now, both runners are at the Hyrule Castle Courtyard. Rubdog just waiting for daytime to wake up Lazy Old Town, whilst Dotzo just behind him. The only difference between these two runners right now is Rubdog has completed Deku Tree, having a Din's Fire and Goron Ruby, whereas Dotzo has done the usual standard route where you go into Gerudo Valley, into Child Fishing, Lake Hylia, and so on. So they're kind of catching up right now. So we'll see how it goes. What is our first song of this seed?
It's Arias.
Not the most
Kind of nice
useful
to see.
song, but it is quite nice to have early because now you can do Skull Kid and potentially Darunia's Druid if we run into ZL. It's not like these one-off checks that you think, oh, should I go back for? You can get them out of the way as you go, which is quite nice.
Yep. And you know you won't get baited by any song Way of the Heroes for Forest Temple access. Or is Midas... No, Midas Backflip isn't in these settings, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Rubdog is heading straight to Adult. I think he's
That's
gonna check
good for him.
the Textile Goron. I think he's gonna do Big Goron.
What could end up biting Dotzo is he doesn't have that bigger on Way of the Hero. He has only Trail, and he obviously doesn't have the eye drops. So
he has to do Deku Tree
depending on
first
his
before that.
routing,
Yeah.
he won't be forced, but yeah.
Robdog, go back. You didn't check the stones. I need to know how mad this seed is.
I mean, he'll check him as a love.
Robdog's probably praying, please, Spirit Temple, don't be required. I don't want to collect 50 skulls.
Dotzo's sticking to the 3 Childsong route.
This is a pretty big divergence in the route, so we'll see how that pays off. Alright, medallions, Robdog. Show it. What we got? Water Temple,
Water?
Light Medallion. Spirit as far as... Oh no! You need 50 skulls for 2 songs. On Prelude and Nocturne.
All adult dungeons required. Yikes.
Wait, so... all the stone dungeons are child?
Yep.
Oh my god. But wait, hold on. If Jabu... Okay, let's say this isn't all dungeons. You have to go for Big Goro now. You might be able to avoid handing in Rudo's letter entirely.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because you might not need to do Jabu. Why is Spirit Temple the Forest Medallion, though? That's cruel. Void, what have you made?
I don't know. I don't know, but looking at how things are currently are, I'm thinking of ordering takeaway right now.
Oh yeah, this might be a long one.
Yeah,
Also, I'm
interested
to see. I hope Dotzo doesn't forget about the grotto next to Drawbridge for the hookshot.
Ooh, yes, that's true. Actually, he has
walked past it right now. I mean,
oh no!
During entering, obviously he skipped it. Oh, Miniad, very nice.
That's convenient. That's a nice bit of movement for the seed.
Always nice to not have to save warp and then walk through those woods, but do them backwards, basically.
That's also really nice because when Dotzo goes adult, he did this. He'll do it after Robdog. He'll have Minuet and instantly grab that song, whereas Robdog might opt to walk there and waste a bunch of time in that respect. Slingshot found in Kakariko, so target in woods it's possible. That could come up soon.
And so far only Robdog knows that 50 skull, but Dotzo will know after he gets his child songs.
And I'm sure he'll be very happy to find out about it.
Yup. I also didn't quite read the 4th hint that was in front of Temple of Time. It was Market Foolish, the Mirror Shield hint on 50 skulls.
I didn't quite catch it, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're gonna see them again.
Dotzo C-upping the count, and it looks like he's going to leave?
Interesting. Where's he going?
I can only imagine he's checking the 2 grottos, perhaps the Tech-type grotto.
Huh.
Because he's already done Gerudo Valley.
Expect him to do that as adult since he can actually get the item as adult. And
Yeah,
adult walks faster, so...
Because what I would imagine, just play Minuet and you can just check it as an adult. But we'll see what happens. And, you know, we'll
see
find
what he goes
out
for.
what happens. I mean, maybe he might just going to adult right now.
Back adult, yeah, maybe. Weird. No, he's...
Zora's River.
Oh, interesting.
What's the
Haven't
full process
seen
behind
this route yet. I mean, he has early bombs.
Song of Storms Vanilla, by the way, found in the windmill.
Nice.
So that actually improves the adult route quite a bit doing it early, because now when he goes back to child, he can just get bottom the well out the way.
Yep.
Mostly, he still needs to find Zelda's Lullaby for 4 checks in there. So Dotzo heading to Zora's River, definitely a unique, interesting route, whereas Robdog in Adult Cac speaking to Andrew and gets the Ice Arrows.
Beautiful.
One goes in logic.
I don't think I've seen this Zora's River from London Ranch yet.
I haven't either.
Actually pretty interesting, because it's one of the most convenient points to go here, I think. Like, you aren't really any closer to it.
I'm not so sure, because you have Bomb Bag. You could just do Deku, Lost Woods, Goron City, Child Cac into the Zora's River, potentially. Unless you intend to never interact with Child Cac.
I mean, yeah, I'm one of those guys. I never do Child Cac.
I don't blame you. I'm also one of those guys. I don't have time for chickens and skull masks. Get out of here.
Same. I'm bad enough as this.
Robdog, what are you doing? No, he's bought a Hylian shield, you fool! Oh, alright. I hope Dotzo wins. Dotzo's part of the team Mobile Shields. I'm just gonna quickly change my predictions.
Buy shields when it's convenient and saves you time. That's my team.
here's another important thing. r0bd0g has Song of Storms. Dotzo has been in this place, and if something's on Frog's 1, he's got to come back a second time. Whereas r0bd0g can clean this place up all in one go.
Grabbing some quick money on Dotzo's end.
r0bd0g
Always nice.
Heading up the trail. I'm surprised that neither of them checked the tech-type grotto, considering Iron Boots and the bomb bag was so early, but perhaps we'll find out later on. He's ignoring Dodongo's Cavern right now, instead opting to go for Goron City.
I think r0bd0g is pretty much rushing the magic meter at this point.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Adult's Wallet found? That could be the way of the hero, potentially. You never know.
It could be! Since we have both adult dungeons where logic will need you, or might need you to grab a Zora tunic. Depending where the vanilla one is placed.
Classic way of the hero. Most of the baits have been removed for the bracket seeds, such as Lens of Truth, unless it's actually required for Treasure Chest minigame and the Kakira's but the tunics and wallets, they still stay. Nothing found in the Song of Storm grottos in Death Mountain Trail. Bow found for Dotzo in Zora's River.
Sphere 0, very nice.
Very nice bow find. And we're coming up close to being able to do Forest Temple. We have access to it, we have Hookshot and Bow, which needs to find a strength, and Forest Temple is fully completable.
I think that's the second copy of Toilet Hint for Dotzo.
That's actually a very interesting point. r0bd0g completely skipped the graveyard and didn't do damage racing. I think he just wants to get that magic meter.
He might be hoping for Nocturne as well.
That's also potential.
On Bolero.
It is always a little bit risky though to just leave it there. Megaton Hammer found in the maze.
Jeez. Yeah, he can technically full clear fire right now.
Oh, okay. So Goron Tunic has been found in Zora's River, so we know the wallet isn't where to hear it unless it's
it could be for Zora. Okay.
This is a very
really convenient hammer spot. Jesus.
That is incredibly convenient. It is a very aggressive start, I would definitely say. And potentially, you could complete Fire Temple right now. Although you don't have the bow or Scarecrow slung in r0bd0g's position, but you could do it.
Yeah, can skip the strength pretty easily. Got bombs and hammer. It's looking kind of attractive.
It is. The downside is, what if you go up halfway and realize, dang, I need the bow?
You get locked out, yeah. That's always a rough thing.
You have to walk all of it again.
He might just dip the first 5, maybe? Like, don't go past the elevator?
It's possible.
It's not as convenient as it is in Forest, but it's still pretty okay in Fire.
Oh.
Being stuck in the desert is dead.
Always dead. Dotzo checks that hint. And is finishing up his Zora's Domain, whereas r0bd0g in Goron City as an adult, slamming his hammer, gonna check some more hints. Alright. Ganon's Castle is a foolish choice. Now that's quite interesting, because now you don't have to wonder gold gauntlets, right?
Yep.
There's only one check that's required for, so it's pretty handy to know.
It's still probably one of the worst dungeon foolish to get. Like, you'd rather get one of the actual dungeons.
True, it doesn't really help you too much, but it does make you think, alright, gold gauntlets is probably not required to see. But...
Yeah, very unlikely at least. Outside Ganon's Castle Fairy will have light arrows. Yeah, totally.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
I hated that seed during the qualifiers.
Bolero is vanilla. So that's 2 vanilla songs so far. Pretty good, pretty good.
Might make him not go fire? Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, that's actually true, because now you can just come back at any point. You might find the bow, you might find strength.
No need to rush it now, or like do it when you're right there. Oh, voice, Jesus.
If it's only been 20 minutes, Hamza, if this seed's already killed you, just wait until the 5-hour mark. We've got 50 skulls to
yeah. The second hookshot! Oh, baby! That's a beautiful find for r0bd0g.
That's a very easy long shot for this seed. That's quite nice. However, Dotzo still has to get the other one. That's the thing. He only has one of them.
Yeah, Dotzo should be fine. Like, skipping the boulders kind of unlikely. Since you're passing it multiple times. There's CL. Okay.
Very nice Zelda's Lullaby.
Beautiful find. Makes his routing a bit more convenient, since you can, like, clear out the graveyard and get a song.
And r0bd0g picks up his magic at Big Goron. This might be the earliest Big Goron I've seen for this tournament.
Yeah, 24 minutes, that's pretty insane.
Pretty good. But that zero might come in handy. If Dotzo decides to do the same play as r0bd0g and rush Big Goron, at least he'll get all the fairies done out of the way, which is quite nice.
Oh,
It'll be a
that's
bit more
ours. The
thorough.
main Way of the Hero might have just saved him.
Oof.
Yeah, I was just about to mention, like, Dotzo is very likely going to get his long shot, and for Rob, the main is kind of out of the way.
I mean, where else could you go in this position as r0bd0g? You've still got DC, you've got Fire Temple, which is required to do, it's right there, but you might be locked out.
Yeah, I mean, Rob will probably go back to Child soon.
He could also get the Minuet song, although he doesn't have the Minuet
Yeah, he'd have to
on
go
the child
through
side. He might walk there, which
through
is actually in
DC.
Dotzo's favor. Dotzo will gain a couple minutes there, because he can just play the song and get it. We do not know what's on Ocarina of Time yet, no.
Yep. Time for some Nocturne on OOT hype.
Bombshell's
Make it
found by
extra
Dotzo?
long. What's on
Can
the
you make out what's
volcano?
on there?
No,
Is that-
I think r0bd0g is playing on, and no, he's on VC. He's not on N64.
I could not tell what was on top of that volcano.
Yeah, me neither.
So who knows, there could be a required item there, we'll see. It could be the hover boots for all we know, and you have to plant the bean to get it.
Second mirror shield end.
Very good.
You don't need that. But it looks like he's going back to DC and either going to do the Long's Cavern, GC.
If you saw Deku Tree, Dodongo, and Jabu were stone dungeons, would you just assume it's all dungeons at that point? Two of those are incredibly easy, but Jabu's a little bit...
Jabu. For me, Jabu's like 90% my go mode dungeon because of the stupid boomerang or ladder. So I wouldn't assume it yet, but if boomerang or ladder show up early, it might actually
That's true.
be, yeah.
Do you still think there's anything on the Tektite Grotto, perhaps? Those early Iron
Could
Boots.
be, could be.
Hierophant is Way the Hero, I believe, is that correct?
Yeah, Hyrule Field is Way of the Hero.
So
We
it
haven't
could be the
found
Tektite
any.
Grotto.
Well, we found the hookshot, but at the same
True,
time,
it could just be the
can
hookshot.
have multiple. Okay, second Way of the Hero, second hero on hint in DC. So Dotzo should be seeing the other one first.
Dotzo doing the lovely Ocarina memory game in Lost Woods. r0bd0g doing not Desert Colossus, Dodongo's Cavern. It is a stone dungeon. We don't know whether all dungeons is required yet, but this is a very nice dense location. It's got
Yeah.
a good amount of checks.
Like,
We'll see if it pays off.
I don't think I have a handful of... I don't think I've completed 5 seed yet where skip the Dongors or Deku Tree. Like, they're just way too good of checks.
Yeah, I've skipped it a few times, but in a seed like this, I mean, where else can you really go? There's a few overworld checks. There's the graveyard, which r0bd0g did skip. There's Dodongo's Cavern, it's nice and dense. And perhaps it is all dungeons anyway. Two of those dungeons are very early to
Yep.
do. So I don't blame r0bd0g for doing this. I think I would do the same. There's also Bottom of the Well, let's not forget that. r0bd0g does have the Song of Storms on
That's
the
up,
windmill.
yeah. And fully completable now with their items combined.
Dotzo's having fun collecting some...
True, logically we have even access to G2G and the entirety of the Colossus area because of the long shot.
That is true. We do have access to that.
So yeah, with their items combined, they have access to quite a lot. It's just they're probably gonna backtrack their steps, like each other's steps a bit for a while.
Dotzo has yet to do Deku Tree, though, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
He's obviously to do Lost Woods first, but I imagine he played Minuet and came back here. So he's going to finish this up. And I imagine
Yeah,
he's gonna do
he
Deku Tree
played
after.
Minion and got ZL first. Doing the Lost Woods area backwards, pretty much.
Yeah, the hookshot is in the Boulder of Destiny, and longshot is the diving minigame in Zora's Domain. So very easy one to collect.
Yep.
Dotzo resetting, saving his money, and is going to most likely head to Deku Tree. r0bd0g having a fun old time in Dodongo's Cavern.
So far, DC not really paying out with anything. So
Not so far. But it is also a nice location for some sculptures as well, as 50 skulls is required for mirror shields.
that's true. That's true.
Oof.
Which
Still very
Dotzo
impressive.
still doesn't know. I hope
does
he
not.
just collects a few of the early skulls and doesn't skip on them.
Alright. Rob Dog, bomb bag, chest. Just some 20 rupees. I'll keep going. But will he hit the switch for the platform? Ooh, he does.
He does,
Playing it
interesting.
safe. It took a while for me to realize, you know what, I'm just not going to hit the switch anymore. And it hasn't backfired on me yet, I haven't fallen down, but one of these days it will happen.
Yeah, same.
Alright, Dotzo, what nice information are you going to find here? Powerfield is way of the hero, but he might be thinking... Oh no, but he hasn't collected the hookshot yet, so he's definitely going to do those grottos now.
He basically just has 3 spots left. The Tectite Grotto, the Boulder, and the Ocarina. He already cleared the southern side.
So he definitely knows he needs to do those. And he might do it as an adult, because then he can do...
I assume so, yeah.
Out the way.
It's just faster, since adult moves faster.
And Frogs 2 is dead. Now, if you're in that position, let's see, you pick up the long shot. GGG's not too far, you do have a bow. And the only really missing is strength. Would you opt to do that? Or would you say, you know what, I've got
I
these to do?
I think I'd be going dungeons first. Like, you see fire, maybe even forest first 5, since you have Minuet.
Although, to be fair, I think Dotzo, he's going to get his eye drops, and I think he'll opt to just get that magic meter, go, go, go.
Probably, yeah. So he'll end up on a mountain as well.
Nice last trap by Dotzo and Decatree. And Rob Dog collecting as many sculptures as he can, because 50 skulls is fun.
Yup. Sometimes have to scramble to get them a bit, but they do have access to a few dungeons, and dungeons just have a bunch of skulltulas. Like there's some mean seeds. Oh, Dotzo accidentally stepping on a platform.
Oh, he's still in the platform with Decatree.
We'll have to save Whoop out of here.
Oh,
does he have a slingshot?
No, I don't
think he might actually have
does.
found one?
No, there's one slingshot in Dodongos and one slingshot in Cac in the
Okay. Rob Dog found both of
bomb
them.
grotto.
Yeah,
DC looking
sadly
dead.
has to save.
All we have left is the Dodongo guy himself. Now, I don't know about you, Hamza, but I despise killing King Dodongo.
I don't mind it.
I mean, think about this, right? You're sleeping on the ground, and then some guy comes in, chucks bombs in your mouth. I mean, how cruel is that?
I mean, you're trying to burn him with fire, so kind of fair that he fights back.
He's just a lazy King Dodongo who wants to sleep. I can respect that.
Toxic oxygen and chat pointing out, if the trade item would have been in one of the 2 chests in Slingshot Room, Dotzo would have been kind of screwed.
That's actually true. I would have reset on the spot.
Yeah, I think I would have reset and gone back in.
Because his last save was at,
Yeah, for the child save walk.
yeah, shot save walk, so he would have been fine.
Just had to walk back to Deku.
Bo was in Zora's river, the open grotto. Yep. So once Dotzo has his,
King Dodongo, also nothing. Completely empty.
unfortunate, but he will be getting Kakiri Emeralds for his troubles. So once Dotzo finishes Decatree, the only main item difference really is the magic Mido on Big Goron, I would say. Is that correct? And the hammer in Goron City.
Yep. Hammer
But
and
those two are
magic,
quite
the
close
big
to
ones.
each other. Who would
We'll
you say
see
has the
what
lead so far? I would say Rob Dog has the lead, I think, personally.
Maybe?
I mean,
I
it
think
depends.
once-
If Bottom of the World turns out big, I think Rob Dog has the lead. If it doesn't, then I think
Maybe,
it's quite
yeah.
close.
I think once Dotzo sees the hints in front of Temple of Time and goes adult, he might be catching up quite quickly.
Dotzo picks up his Din's Fire at last. And we'll proceed to finish up Decatree. Rob Dog back at the graveyard. Finally wants to visit old Papa Dampe. Can't
Sadly,
resist.
didn't find his CL and won't find it on adult.
No,
So
that's
it's
stuck in the
waiting its
child's
Arias.
heart. It's always interesting to see how a seed plays differently when someone goes adult early and someone who sticks to the child route.
Yeah.
You can get 2 very differing routes. And sometimes one person might find an item which will help in the other route. But vice versa could happen, and it just completely
arrows.
different parallels. Fire arrows
Fire
not very
arrows
useful.
on the
We have Din's Fire
graveyard edge.
already.
Yep. Should, and since Ganon's castle is barren, that's pretty much the only spot where it could somehow be relevant.
No fire arrow entry today, unfortunately.
Well, even in this seat it couldn't be relevant, since they have long shot and hover boots before entering Ganon's castle. Never mind. Those are completely useless.
I would agree with what Dotzo says. Dotzo has an edge with Minuet. He can just get that song instantly, whereas RobDog might have to run there. And also, Dotzo could go GTG.
Yeah, I think that's RobDog will turn back child after doing this.
I think
He's
so,
kind
too.
of in a dead end now.
Where do you really go from here?
Yeah, just walking to Minuet seems incredibly inconvenient from here. Or like even Bolero and then Minuet.
Alright, Dotzo, how well will you do on the quick kill? Goma, infamously hard boss.
He can go fire, but considering that RobDog is one of the most knowledgeable people in terms of logic for the randomizer, he'll see that there's so many hurdles still in his way. He probably thinks it's not worth it yet.
RobDog knows so much about the logic, I would say he's probably one of the few people who knows how Spirit Temple works.
Yeah, for sure.
Strength found in
That's a
Racing 1.
forest full clear.
Forest full clear is available, but the thing is, RobDog needs to find that bow still.
Yeah, not for RobDog yet.
And when
That'll
Dotzo,
be huge for Dotzo.
and that is actually big, because once Dotzo goes to Adult Cat, gets that strength, he can immediately play Minuet, do Forest Temple, done.
Yep. And just get it out of the way.
As well, when Dotzo gets the hammer, unless he's Scarecrow locked, he could just do Fire Temple immediately as well.
True.
He doesn't have to be worried about getting locked out, because he can just ground jump past the block if he doesn't get the strength for some reason.
I mean, he'll probably have the strength, yeah. The only thing I might see him not having at that point... Wait, he does have the bow, never mind.
Or he...
Yeah, he does have everything, pretty much.
And if Dotzo does pick up the other hook shot, he can do Pixel Shot, which is my favourite trick to see.
Yep.
RobDog gets
Yeah,
a very
he
good time.
knows it.
47 seconds.
Dotzo
And just five copies.
has done speedruns of pretty much any major category in this game, so he knows quite a lot.
The bow was Zora's River, Open Grotto. Alright, RobDog, what's your plan now? Oh, he's gonna check Fire Temple, it looks like.
Interesting.
He's going for it.
I
Hopefully
did
he
not
won't
expect
get-
this.
Bow locked.
Or he's
not.
going to Minuet.
Oh, he's actually going to walk to Minuet. Oof.
Wow.
That's good for Dotzo.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to go either here. Wow.
I mean, to be fair, you have Saro's song, it is in logic, maybe you never find Minuet, now is a good time. Sometimes you just have to take that risk. Or he's gonna farm for the Goron Tunic.
Oh, Goron, okay. Interesting.
This was the thing I least expected, but...
Yep.
7.5.
That's all
maybe
making
not so
use
far.
of having found both child songs that you need for the Runia.
That's true. Darunia, what do you have for us?
Interesting to get it out of the way early.
Some
Chestnut.
Deku Nuts. So Dotzo cleaning up his... Doing pretty much a full child route is in Goron City right now. Just to Darunia's joy and is about to spinning pot, whereas RobDog gonna buy his Goron Tunic, which Dotzo doesn't have to do, by the way, as there was a Goron
He
Tunic
just
in
found
Zora's
it.
River.
Yep. We got the Runia's nuts. Nice.
RobDog,
Classy,
what
chat,
color
classy.
is that? Well played, GG. Ooh, that's a nice bomb shoe. You should get the horror Goron of that.
Think so, yeah.
Not quite. Maybe? I didn't quite see, but I think it exploded and
I
barely
think
missed.
he's standing still up there on the top edge of the screen.
Oh, no, I can barely see him, you're right.
He should be good. Kind of surprised that Rob went for the tunic. Like, 7 hearts is usually more than enough.
I mean, if you have... It takes about 20 seconds, it's a bit of security.
I guess, yeah. Especially if he plans to actually kill Volvagia and get kind of close.
And as well, if you with so few hearts, if you screw up the quick kill... You're
Yeah, you
kinda
gotta reset.
in a bad position. You gotta reset.
Yeah, no bottle for fairies. But yeah, it cost him quite a lot of time, so...
This room is very fun to do at times, because there's always a bat at the back. This
Yep,
bat is...
this
oh, I hate
stupid
this
one.
bat.
If he doesn't aggro to you while you walk into the torch slugs, it's just pain.
It's an absolute painful room, but it's very nice to pull off when you actually.
Yeah. At the same time, at least he had magic. Doing this room without magic is.
Oh.
Ugh.
That's the worst. r0bd0g on only 8 skulls, 40 minutes in, we still have 42 to collect for r0bd0g. 50 skulls is the mirror shield, and it is required.
Dotzo skipped out on Boulder Maze. That's true. I sometimes don't get it as child either.
I mean, the rationale, I assume, is you're gonna go up there anyway as an adult, and unless it's something like Rudo's Ladder or the Scale, you don't really care what's there.
Needed. Yeah, pretty much. Then again, it's skipping a skull.
It's true. That is also, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But he'd probably backtrack. So.
Does he not know about the 50 skulls
he
yet?
He hasn't found it yet, yeah.
No,
it's in front of Temple of Time and up on near Bigoron. So he hasn't read either of those.
He's gonna wait for nighttime. He's pretty much ignoring the chickens. I don't blame him.
Yep.
I mean, is this really a seed where you would decide to do chickens? You have hookshot, you have a bow, you know Hyrule Field's Way the hero, which could be anything. You still got plenty of adult side.
Yeah, they have still so much to do.
I'd say it's not really worth doing chickens, unless you wanted to play safe. But at least Dotzo will collect all of these skulls, which is quite nice.
Yep. 5 quick ones and the 10 skull check probably for him already.
r0bd0g, will your early check into Fire Temple pay off? Let's see how that one goes. Hopefully he just doesn't get locked out. That would actually be pretty bad.
Yep. So far, Fire Temple only 1 small key early. Behind the hammer.
The next 2 have to be small keys.
Yep, or boss key and Kian both.
True. I mean, if it's the boss key, that wouldn't be too bad, unless there's
yeah, it's kind of what Rob wants to see, to be honest. Because him going up and then getting either bow locked or scarecrow locked is not what he wants.
Massive time waste.
Yep.
But at least you have Bolero to come back. So
that's true. It's still like a 2-minute loss maybe.
I'd say 2 minutes. Alright. r0bd0g getting a small key in Fire Temple, whereas Dotzo gonna check out what Papa Dampe has for us in Dampe Digging.
Always a kind of weird spot to route in. Especially without Nocturne or Suns.
Ooh, just 5 rupees. Dampe Digging is one of those checks where sometimes you just will never get Sunsong. And if Dampe Digging has something, you are not gonna have a fun time.
Yep. r0bd0g doing a little glitches jump to get the Skeltala, since he doesn't have Song of Time.
You telling me Song of Time is actually useful in this game?
Not really.
r0bd0g just says, you know what, I can't be bothered with this one anymore. Also finding out Fire Arrows is in fact the Graveyard Magic Beam art piece.
We'll also not care about it at all. And we're gonna see the song now. Oh, he might have routed this intentionally as child so he can do the flame storage.
That's also true, yeah. It's nice to get that one out.
He doesn't know about the magic yet.
Could you imagine if he found the magic?
The second magic? That would be funny. At the same time, well, I guess it's not too bad to route from here to back to Temple of Time.
He's using bunchies to kill the bats.
I mean, he's got plenty of them, so why not?
You have bomb bag,
you
can just use them how you want. The sticks are more important at this point rather than the bomb shoes.
Hey, r0bd0g keeps going up. Didn't see the busky.
Alright, what song do you think this will be? Do you think it'll be Sun Song? We've had 2
it's probably
already.
It's Nocturne. Nocturne is in this spot like 17 times out of... Oh, it's Rec Room.
Rec Room is really nice.
I have Nocturne like on the spot. It feels like 80% of the time because you just can't warp here and get the song.
Don't worry, that could still lead to Nocturne.
True.
Oh.
Interesting setup. Haven't seen that one yet.
I've seen a couple setups to just get through the door. I just opt to just go for it and then hope I get through the door fine.
Ooh, close. But made it.
Very nicely done by Dotzo, doing flame storage in the Composer Grave. What do we have?
Oh,
Ah, hot container.
never paying off. Except that one seed where it actually had a magic for me. That was a good feeling.
So there's a few things Dotzo could do right now. He's got Child Spirit, but he doesn't know about the medallions yet. He could
Yeah.
just go to Adult at this point.
I expect him to walk to Adult from here.
I think
Just
so.
because
as
he
well.
doesn't want to save warp with the high drops probably, even though he doesn't know it. He
Although
probably
it
doesn't
only
want to.
just turned night, he'd have to wait outside for
Oh,
30
true.
seconds. But I
I
guess
mean,
he
he-
can check the grottos in that time. He
Yeah.
knows it's Way of the Hero.
That's
You
true.
can go
You
pick
can
that
check
up.
him. Which is a decent way of wasting your time since you don't have bonus without.
10 skulls, what do we have from Dotzo?
Just a piece of heart.
Just a heart piece. RoBDog cleaning up his fire temple.
And r0bd0g making
And
good use of his knowledge
taking
about the 50 skulls.
Yeah, it is
grabbing a
definitely
lot of
coming in
them.
handy. But Dotzo is collecting the skulls in Child Cack, so whilst he doesn't know, it's a good thing he's been collecting these. RoBDog did collect the boss key, by the way, so he is
Yep.
not locked out of doing Volvagia, which is quite nice.
Yep. But he still is key locked. He can't go higher up.
No, not without a small key on Volvagia or having a bow, but perhaps there's nothing up there in Deep Fire, which is pretty good. He might not have to come back.
r0bd0g loves his deep fire memes. I guess anybody does.
Deep Fire's the best. I love it when Deep Fire's around.
Yep.
So it's a good thing he got the Goron Tunic, because if he messes up the quick kill, he'd have to reset.
And yeah, Dotzo going for the grottos.
Oh, thank you, Dotzo. You're gonna collect
Find
his
his
long
long shot. That's really nice. He might actually just, as you said, walk to the attack that grotto and
He's
check
got
that
some
one.
time to kill.
Since he just needs to waste time. And if it's
there's
nothing,
your
he doesn't
long
have to
shot.
come back. Man, Iron Boots and long shot this early.
You know what that means?
When do you go into water and just hope it's not Song of Time locking you out?
Well, once he gets his strength, unless he's Song of Time locked, as you says, he can do all of Water Temple. And he
Yep.
might opt to do that just so he can get Scarecrow in case he doesn't get locked in Fire Temple. Potentially.
Yep. I mean, pretty much once Dotzo goes adult and does his like round through Gorn City and collects his magic, he has pretty much 4 dungeons to do.
He's gonna wait
He can
for-
do forest, fire, water, and DC.
That's a lot of dungeons.
Yep, he's busy.
He's definitely busy. RoBDog gets the Troll Hole in Volvagia. Let's see if he can pull this off correctly.
Looks good.
Now,
Looking towards the middle.
Volvagia is a technical quick kill, but if she spawns in that location, it is definitely...
Double troll hole, Jesus!
Oh, goodness me, RoBDog. It's
But
so
hits
bad.
her. Should be good.
Yeah, RoBDog is doing it correctly.
Space is out. Yeah, I think he's fine.
Should be fine, yeah.
He might have missed one of the bombs. Ooh! Ah, rip.
Sharks the bomb accidentally picks it up before he can whack Volvagia, and now Volvagia's flying about.
Yeah, I think he might have missed one on the 3rd cycle. I don't have his audio on, so...
No. Definitely unfortunate to get the double troll.
So, I guess it paid off that he bought the tunic.
Yes.
It actually saved him time. Then again, Dotzo might gain time over him just by doing it in one
Let's
cycle.
mark it Baron, by the way.
Market is foolish, yeah. And
Yes.
Dotzo still hasn't read it.
No.
He'll be kind of salty about that, I assume.
I'm sure he will be. Yeah, Dotzo... So the two strategies in these two rounds, Dotzo has opted for a very thorough shard cleanup, whereas RoBDog has
Yep.
spearheaded an adult assault and is most likely going to eventually come back to Child and do what Dotzo has done.
Yeah, they're not that
whereas
great.
Dotzo comes forward. I think the key points to note about this seed is there anything in bottom of the well? Because that would be
Yeah.
a pretty big advantage for RoBDog. And is the Minuet song any good? Because that would be an advantage for Dotzo because he can just play the song and get that done immediately. As well, he'll
Yep.
be doing Forest Temple probably before RoBDog. Because he
Hagen
has
Woods
bow
could
whereas
be relevant,
doesn't.
yeah. That's true.
Target in Woods, that's also a good one. Since RoBDog does have a slingshot. Castle Ferry being empty, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch it. It was did Volvagia have a key,
I didn't.
or is it fully bow locked?
I did not catch it either, unfortunately. Oh, worst commentators.
Well, oh yeah, Wolf had
I didn't
not
have
upgrade,
Deku
right?
upgrade.
Oh, of course. So yeah,
Honestly,
it's
quite
bow locked.
useful actually, getting a
Yeah,
Deku
it's
upgrade.
nice. r0bd0g keeps going with this ally. Jesus,
He wants that minuet
actually
song.
gonna walk to Minu head.
Okay, Dotzo has just found out about Big Goron Magic Meter.
And the mirror shield.
And the Mirror Shield. And Deathmount Trail's Way the Hero.
The interesting thing, the Deathmount Trail right next to the bigger on hint.
I don't believe Dotzo has saved Watch yet. I think he still has the eye
Yeah,
drop.
he still has his eye drops.
Taking a second to think, to ponder his route. And now he's gonna find out the stone dungeons.
He's reading the kit tablet, interesting.
Yep.
I will be right back.
Okay. Alright, so r0bd0g cleaning up Lost Woods. Gonna be disappointed with his findings, but we'll grab the Minuet song. Whereas Dotzo, funnily enough, both races are gonna converge on the same point on the Minuet song, assuming Dotzo plays the song. So we'll see what it is from both races at the same time. Sort of. So let's see what happens. Hopefully it will be a nice song, you know, like Nocturne, that'd be great for Shadow Temple. Oh, but decides, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. Dotzo wants to check the medallions first. That's true, he hasn't played Requiem yet to collect that song. I imagine he might play it afterwards. He just wants to sync up the Minuet song. That's what it is. Come on, r0bd0g, you need to be about 20 seconds faster. We need to see the song collected at the same time. Yeah, I'm surprised neither of them have collected the Tech-Type Grotto, considering Iron Boots was super early. And knowing that the place is Way of the Hero. But he might collect it anyway on the way to Water Temple, so we'll find out what happens there. And it is, in fact, Nocturne on Minuet, so that's pretty handy. It is required 100%. Dotzo is going to end the Forest Temple, though, and will not be able to fully clear it as he does not have the strength yet. The strength is, in fact, in the graveyard in Dampe Racing. So, I'm sure he will get that eventually and come straight back to finish up Forest Temple. Why doesn't he do Water instead? It's quite far away. He might get Serenade. Requiem could have Serenade as well. And the Forest Temple is right here. This is required to do, so I don't blame Dotzo for doing this right now. It's hard to tell who has the lead, because both players have done very different routes, and they've managed to gain different advantages from it. r0bd0g, if Bottle of the Well is useful, r0bd0g probably has a clear advantage, because he'll be able to do that on the way back, whereas Dotzo has to grab his Song of Storms, come back to Child, and clean that all up.
Hey, what did we find on Minuet? Seems like
Minuet
Nocturne?
was Nocturne, yeah.
Very nice. Considering we will need to do Shadow. That's also... well, no, it's just 2 chests in Shadow. No hover boots yet.
No, I mean, perhaps it's Vanilla Hover Boots. Just
Maybe.
like in the ADZ versus Cola race, that was... oh, Vanilla Hover Boots is amazing.
We've had vanilla hover boots way too many times recently. It actually worries me.
I mean, it's not that bad of an item to be vanillas, to be honest. Since the first 2 is like sort of a free check.
Sort of, yeah, because you have to walk back anyway.
Yeah.
Like, going to check those 2 is honestly not a bad play.
r0bd0g finally back to Child after...
a nice 40-minute adult section. Dotzo cleaning, starting his Forest Temple, gets 2 keys and is going to continue from there. So, r0bd0g, what's your plans? I imagine he's going to do Lon Lon.
Sadly for Dotzo, he doesn't have the strength yet, so he will just be doing the first 5, I assume, and then dip out.
Still, it's not too bad, because the first checks not requiring strength, it's kind of like its own separate section, so it's pretty good.
Yep. It's similar to the first 2 in Shadow, as we just said. It's just quick checks to do.
Vanilla bow is the worst. I've never had a vanilla bow before, where that's the only bow you can get. I dread the day that happens.
Yeah, it's a really disgusting one.
And the nice thing about Longshot is you don't have to do the setup, you can just zip on right up.
Hammer and boomerang just sound lovely.
It is the
Good
best.
job.
I love it when Jabu has a a required item on the first chest,
Oh,
blocking the boomerang somehow.
Yeah, first bow can't be in checkerboard.
I mean,
At least not with these settings.
if all 5 keys were early enough.
Oh, true.
No, because you still need to shoot the bow to open the eye to get into the checkerboard room in the first.
Oh yeah, you need to. You? No, you don't. Oh yeah, for checkerboard.
that turns the room,
You,
that
might,
turns
you
the
need
room.
dins. Yeah, you need dins.
Oh, Dins.
Dins
That's
isn't
true.
logic for that switch. But yeah, if
Really?
you
Yeah,
would
that's
get
impressive.
5 non-bowlocked keys and dins, you could have it.
Oh. Dotzo playing Minuet as soon as r0bd0g learns it from Lon Lon Roach.
Nice.
Nice synchronized song playing, and they are off. Dotzo is going to be heading into Sacred Forest Meadow and most likely Adult Goron City, and we'll see what he does from there.
I'd assume so, yeah.
Definitely going to opt to get that magic meter from Big Goron with those eye
Pretty
drops,
sure.
because the important thing to note for those that don't know is if you have the eye drops and you collect them, the timer doesn't start. But if you save or whatever, die, it
Save
will
or
revert back
die,
to
yeah.
prescription. And that means you need to unfor King Zora, or well, you need to unfor him either by blue fire or doing ice cannon, and that's a lot of time, and you have to do the entire Big Goron trading quest. So by getting the magic meter right now, you save a whole bunch of time.
I mean, logic will obviously like provide you the stuff to do everything from prescription, but it's just a giant time save to not do the trade quest.
For all we know, this could be the second magic, and the first
It
magic is
could
somewhere
be.
quite easy.
And the way of the hero for Death Mountain Trail is just the wallet.
It's possible. Link the
Don't
Goron.
know yet.
I would say Link the Goron. That's one of those frustrating checks if you have strength.
It's kind of annoying. I've been getting better at it, but it's one of the most annoying for sure.
And will Dotzo check the maze up top, or will he just go straight to
I
the magic
assume
meter?
so.
I would hope so, yes.
It's okay. Sadly, he's gonna take the time and do Midigoron hit with bombs, even though the hammer is up there. But he obviously doesn't know that.
r0bd0g's playing Song of Storms for the Kikiri song, and this is one of the few checks that's very important. This will give a key advantage to r0bd0g if there's something here, because
Yep.
he got Song of Storms quite early and has come back to finish up his trial route, so he's doing this quite efficiently.
Just double
defense.
D. Nice,
Not
but
quite what you want.
yeah, Dotzo or r0bd0g both don't need that. They have plenty of hearts already. Dotzo, now that he knows he will need 50 skulls, is hefty on the skull train as well.
We'll see who does their skull routing as the best, because that will decide a lot of this thing. As long as you can efficiently route your skulls quite well to get those 50 skulls, you'll have a pretty good advantage. 'Cause
Agreed.
getting 50 skulls takes a while.
Dotzo has a nice advantage, since he has the long shot already. He can grab all DC skulls very efficiently.
Oh, that's true, yes. The one by the stairs is a...
Yep,
it takes like a
Rob
couple minutes to
only,
get without
Rob
long shot.
only got 2 of them. The one above the vines and the one in the back area. So,
And Dotzo about to collect his hammer.
yep, there he goes. I assume he'll be doing Fire Temple.
I would do it, yes. I mean, you have
He can
everything
full-
you need.
Oh wait,
Not
he
the
doesn't have the
you
strength,
can ground
but
jump.
he doesn't care.
You can ground jump, and he has the long shot for pixel shot, so he's completely fine. He can do all of it.
Yep, I'm very certain he will. It's just, will he keep going, or will he bail after Wolf as well?
Well, I mean,
mean-
there's 2 skulls on Scarecrow.
That's true. Might just be going up there for that. Also, since Wolf doesn't lock you out, Dotzo might just be going all the way up. Because you can just keep going with this bow.
Yeah, he can complete all of it.
Yep.
So see if we can get another look at this volcano, because it seemed like there was an item up there, but I could not tell what was there.
I couldn't tell either.
No. Also, you know what's really funny? There are no bottles. So you're telling me
true.
we've got a 50 skull seed, but we haven't gotten a bottle yet? Come on, how cruel is that? Not even a boomerang as well.
Yep.
Alright, so let's see what's up here. What's that?
I still can't.
Are those boots? Or a bomb bag? That looks like a bomb bag or a slingshot?
I didn't see anything.
No, not a slingshot, because Dotzo doesn't have a slingshot yet. That might just be a bomb bag or something like that. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. At the same time, with how many like dungeon access they have, the 50 skulls shouldn't be too hard for them.
This is one trick that r0bd0g hasn't done coming up here, but it's just Deku Nuts, unfortunately.
He didn't have CL. Same for the fairy up top.
So if there's something
those-
here, that's an advantage to Dotzo.
Yeah, they're pretty isolated for Rob since he already completed fire. Well, didn't full clear, but finished the dungeon.
Well, Dotzo doing C up into the
Keeping the
wall,
fiver.
finds 5 rupees.
Quick little time
Honestly,
save.
so we're an hour in. I think this seed is decided on your opening route because there's just very differing advantages you could have collected. It just depends which one has the greater advantage, and then it comes down who can execute better.
It could be, yeah. I think it kind of depends when Rob decides to do the main, but he got away off the hero fight, I think, so he should be fine.
And then he would also run into the bow at the same time, which is really
Yeah.
handy.
Because that long shot is kind of out of the way if you don't need to complete Jabu.
But it's also pretty big. It opens up G2G, it lets you finish Water Temple, except River Chest, but...
Yeah. Because you never go out of bounds for doing these peaks. Only your camera goes out of bounds, which is not a problem.
Yep, it's completely allowed. Wow! Those eye drops looked amazing! They were magical! There you go, Dotzo collects his magic.
Do we have to rename your dress or something?
Oh no. No, okay, I'll stop. I'll stop.
Basically, Doc, yeah.
Alright, what do we have? Ah, just some arrows. No advantage for Dotzo on these fairies.
Sadly for him.
Well, I don't think we've seen this hint yet. Mark it as a foolish choice.
There's the second copy.
There we go. And r0bd0g is gonna do his Sun Song Grave, grab his song, which I believe is Requiem. He might end up doing Child Spirits, as he knows it's a medallion and might have to do it all anyway.
Yeah, and he has the slingshot to do it. I mean, they could do it with bomb juice, but he knows it's in logic.
Dotzo will opt to just do Fire Temple. It's
As
required to do.
expected.
The question is, how deep will he go?
Yep. Yeah, we haven't seen what's on Requiem yet because
Or the
Dotzo would have been kind of stranded.
The only songs we have left are Serenade, Prelude, Sun Song, Song of Time, and Epona.
Yep.
So it's looking unlikely for all dungeons. Epona locks 2 checks because we have the long shot.
Yep.
Song of Time locks 1.
Well, 3.
Logically 2.
With the
We know the toilet's dead though. It's just a small key.
Yeah, I meant Epona, sorry.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Because of the post.
Oh, big pose, that's true as well. Unless you know how to get it without Epona.
I mean, yeah, logic-wise, it's just
But yeah,
Epona's,
logic-wise.
or there might be a Poe bottle, which is also a logic.
That's true.
Which
Sun
is
Song locks 1 check.
Yep.
So it's looking a little unlikely.
It's pretty unlikely, yeah, but can always happen. Never know.
Yeah, r0bd0g is opting to get this song, and we'll see whether there's anything in Child Spirit, whether it is worth it or not.
Dotzo couldn't get it because he didn't want to lose the eye drops.
That's true.
He would have had to like save warp back to Miniat and go from there or something back to Adult.
True, Big Po is dead since Marketplace is dead. It's a ban.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Big Po's does count as that.
That's true. Forgot about the market foolish, even though we just saw it.
And the second one is Ganon's Castle, I believe.
Yep.
So we know all of those. Our Way of the Heroes were Death Mountain Trail, which could be the wallet or the magic meter. Zora's Domain, which is the most likely the hookshot / long shot.
Yep. Hyrule Field for either hookshot or maybe something else.
Could be all dungeons. We don't know yet.
Yep. We don't know
It
yet.
could be the Tech Tac Grotto. Those iron boots are in Milo's house. We haven't used them yet.
I don't think we've seen our fourth one yet.
Deku Tree.
Oh yeah, Decker, right, for the Dins. Okay, yeah, so we're pretty set on our
Water
hints.
Temple River Chest holds a small key.
That's good info. That's
You
really
can fully
good
complete
info.
Water Temple now
Yep.
with that
Well,
information.
Dotzo can.
Yeah, Dotzo
Once
can,
he
that's
goes
true.
over there. So I think he might opt to just clear that out.
Serenade, that's quite useful.
That's really good for Dotzo. Let's
Rats
be
and Water
honest.
Temple very
He's
nicely.
gonna warp there soon, gonna get the info from the hint, and
Just
can just
instantly do
go
Water
there
Temple.
and do it. Yep.
Yeah, Song of Time, pretty much dead. We don't need it.
Logically, it might be needed if, say, something's in Ice Arrow chest in GTG, but yeah, it's pretty much dead to us.
Yep.
We can skip around it here in Fire Temple.
Oh, Dotzo going for the glitchless jump.
Very nice.
Gets
Second
it
try.
nicely. We'll have an extra skull here over Rob Dog. Dotzo's keeping his Highland shield out wisely because these bats have a nice tendency to burn your Deku shield. I would know. I think I lose my Deku shield here 50% of the time.
I just go for the Hylian plus bomb strats all the time. It's just so convenient. Just pull out a bomb and run into the armors and they're all dead.
And the nice thing that he has Din's Fire, he can just do Din's Fire strats. He doesn't need to light his Deku stick.
Yep.
Although this Staff Hose is being a bit of a pain.
It's annoying if he gets to you and swings at you early.
Right,
You don't get
Dotzo
shot fast.
getting his Smoky and Fire Temple and continuing from there.
Ho
So, a stylish way to hit the switch.
Barely got it.
Right, Child Spirit, do you have anything? There is a small key.
Smoky, always good. He might up to keep going since he only has one strength so far. He has Din, so it's not like really a big time loss to keep going as child.
It's always a strange thing when you have Din's Fire. You might want to wait for Silver so you can do adult side. Do you do child side? It's a big question. I feel like when I don't have Din's Fire, I always try to do child split because those two, like map chest and the sunblock room, pretty annoying to do without a source of fire magic.
Yeah,
You
agreed.
can do them, it's just, it takes minutes of time. And
I
turns
think
out minutes of time is not what you want to waste.
I think Rob might be going for the entirety of child, especially with two small keys.
Do you think adult side might be locked out?
Probably is, yeah. So either he'll find keys in the child accessible chests or adult has a key. That's pretty much what we're seeing. Roblox opts to keep going.
He did save though, so if he finds nothing, he can at least save scum these keys for adult side, which is nice. And
Yeah.
you never know, Mirror Shield is 50 skulls, maybe he comes here in go modes and he doesn't have to collect
Yep.
extra keys. So it's a good
Agreed.
idea to do it. Dotzo trying to do the glitchless jump on the block in Fire Temple. Can he pull it off
Should
second
get
go?
it.
Very
Yep,
nice.
That one went off the ledge, I think. Oh, second one didn't hit
Oh.
either? Okay. One
Not
looked
quite, not
good.
quite. Come on, Dotzo, you can do it. That one should work. Sure.
There we go.
Oh, a nice last check in Spirit Temple.
I think that's the third one.
I think so, yeah. Both these players having trouble with their bombs.
Come on. Throwing bombs is hard, okay?
That's a third small key.
Another key, okay. So
So we
dogs?
haven't really found too much lately, have we? It's just songs pretty much that we've collected.
Yeah, not much progression since the hookshot and bow and strength.
Dotzo has to make an important choice now. He has the boss key, but how far will he go? I think he will keep going, at least for Scarecrow, because there's 2 gold sculptures there. which are very
I
easy to
assume
collect.
so, yeah. I think he might just fully clear it.
As well, he can open up this shortcut if he ever decides to come back to Deep Fire, if he doesn't opt to do it. Oh, Zora Tunic found in the Spirit Temple.
That means our wallet isn't the way of the hero.
It may very well be the magic meter.
Since this
In fact,
should be
it's
in
the only
logic.
other item. So yes,
Yep.
the magic meter is... So the second magic is magic lock somehow. It could be in...
Could just be in Ganon's castle or Shadow Temple.
yeah,
Oh.
perhaps, yeah.
That could be blue fire.
Oh my god.
You cruel people.
Look, I was trying to give some hope to these people, but you're just taking it all away.
Good shit, always coming up with the worst case possible.
That's why I love them so much.
And yeah, Dotzo keeps going. I do the same, I think.
I've got to say, every time I do this room in Fire Temple, it's the room I hate the most. I get PTSD from when I was a little kid, always falling off. I have to take it slowly. I'm even scared doing it with hover boots.
At least you don't have to worry about like failing it anymore. Last time I did that room, I still fell twice.
I believe that's a case of getting good, sir.
Good.
Something I struggle to do as well.
I mean, it's fine if I don't get good. At least I have a burger now.
I'm just scared of that room
can't
in
refute
multi-worlds with hover boots. But rip that.
So a nice little trick I imagine is going to come up from Dotzo, and I believe that's the wonderful pixel shot. So named
Should be.
because you pretty much only have a pixel to aim at to get up to the Scarecrow chest. It's a very precise aim. And
Scale?
Scale. That's not
Okay.
that useful, really,
That
because we have the
doesn't-
iron boots, and we know the
Doesn't get us
underwater bottle
anything.
has nothing.
And Dotzo even was in Zora's domain already, so...
But it does let you route into Jabu a bit better.
If it
Okay.
comes up, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Child Spirit, pretty much worthless. Ouch.
Alright, Dotzo, doing the pixel shot. The position looks
Yep.
good. He's lining it up. Ooh. You can see that tiny little grey square, that's where he needs to aim.
Looks
that looks
good.
good.
Ah!
Ooh, it's barely off. Come on, a little bit higher.
This is stupid iffy.
Oh, you can see these very small precision movements. Just trying to get there. Just a tiny bit more down. He's overshot. Oof. He's gonna try not to for a different position.
Hey,
Oh,
maybe he might
he
fall.
falls off. Oops.
Oh
And
no.
Dotzo just killed Voltagia.
I mean, I think at this point he's about to make up as much time just failing that pixel shot as r0bd0g did doing Child Spirit.
Pretty much. And r0bd0g going for bottom of the well now. This will be
no.
interesting.
This battle of the world could be massive because,
Yeah.
as I
If
said,
hover boots is in here,
oh
this is
no.
pretty massive. Because
That would be
that's
huge.
pretty much all we're missing right now.
And because
Right.
this is the bracket setting, you don't need magical lens of truth for any of this to be in logic.
Yeah. Oh wait, another strength upgrade. Yeah, we're pretty much a strength upgrade and hover boots from no mode.
I always just YOLO the position, I don't do the setup. It usually works out.
I haven't done pixel shot in months because it never comes up. And I always
just like
do
to do it.
Scarecrow early
Fun.
for some reason.
Alright. Let's see how Dotzo fares on Volvagia. Will Dotzo get the double troll hole like r0bd0g, or will it be a clean quick kill? Let's find out.
That was pretty nasty on
Now-
r0bd0g's end, I gotta say.
A brief description of the quick kill for those that don't know. You saw that Volvagia flying about. There are two hitboxes, the one coming out the ground right now and the one flying. By dropping bombs in a good location where she's gone into the ground, you can actually hit that second hitbox, damaging Volvagia. And by hitting that one, Volvagia won't start flying around if you do it correctly. And if you do it enough times and in a certain way, you can kill Volvagia very quickly. I believe with the Master Sword it's 7 bombs and 3 stuns and jump slashes.
Yep.
So that is a very clean quick kill from Dotzo.
Nice quick kill. Shield scoots. I love them. Let's see. First bit of well, not much, but there's a bunch of chests remaining.
So, do you think the well is a trap?
I always think the well is a trap.
The well is always a trap, let's be real.
Yeah, until it has strength, hookshot, and hammer.
Oh, of course.
Like, sometimes it's just loaded to the rim.
All I've learned from the trap is if you get everything for it, if it's a trap, and if you can only do half of it, there's something in there, go do it.
133 refers to the pattern of bombs you drop. You drop 1 bomb, stun her, then you drop 3 bombs, stun her, drop 3 bombs, and then you stun and kill her. There's a few different ones. I think what is it?
Boomerang has been found.
Oh.
Now, Jabu is a stun dungeon, and we don't know whether it's all dungeons yet. So, not the best item to find, but it could be required. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
As well, we don't have Rudo's letter yet, so we can't even do anything with this boomerang.
Our Ocarina of Time hints, they have to be in like 4 shitty spots. So
However, important point, this is 50 skulls, that boomerang is huge to collecting skulls.
It's pretty nice, yeah, but I think Dotzo will even be fine without it.
You don't
I'm not
need
sure.
the boomerang, but it will help. Because
Yeah,
there's 3 skulls in
just-
bottom of the
it's
well you can
convenient.
collect right now.
Yeah, it's just convenient.
Oh, Dotzo is gonna check the 2 checks in Shadow Temple. These are required checks to do,
Yep.
so it's not really a time waste, and they're kind of out the way. There's the main path of Shadow Temple, and then there's these 2 checks that don't require hover boots. It's pretty good to do.
Yeah, I agree. Especially, I assume he wants to warp to Requiem after, maybe? Wait, he hasn't done dump erasers yet for the strength upgrade, right?
He has not, no. He's gonna do that afterwards.
Yeah, so he'll probably just save about.
He still has all of Adult Pack to do. Robdog doing a very nice kill on Dead Hands, and we'll see what the final parts of Bottom Well has in store for us. what will Steve have? As I'm told that's the Dead Hand's name.
I'm still not sure where the... No, it's the
chest.
invisible one, where that name comes from.
Alright, validation ruby has been found. Bottom of the well is not a
Hyper's
trap.
gonna be so mad. He's literally doing the next stream, and Steve comes out with a validation ruby this seed instead.
Very nice.
Oh, I see. Steve's the chest. Oh my lord. Perfect.
Steven with a PH. Very nice one, Shadow Dragon. Two separate death hands. Very close to each other.
It's been strange how they've been
The minuet
different
handoff.
ages. They've been different ages, but in sync. They did Minuet. Dotzo played it and RoBDog learned it. And now they both did Dead Hand at similar times, but it's the differing ones.
And yeah, RoBDog making use of the boomerang, as you said. Grabbing skulls.
So, nothing of importance found in the first 2 checks to Shadow Temple, I believe.
Yep. Just gets out of there.
But I'm surprised. Why is he safe quitting? Surely he just plays Nocturne and do Adult Cac and Dampe racing, right?
I'm not sure. I assume Nocturne would
idea.
faster?
Or he's
He
just...
just wants to walk out? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
With the removed sparkly animations we have in 4.0, warping is almost always faster.
Oh, and now he finds out Market is Baron. I'm sure he's happy to know that, now that he's done nearly every single check there. But one thing to note
even
is that
yes, it's faster. Okay.
at least Lens the Truth is not required in any way for the minigame.
That's true.
So you can't get roped into that one. Oh, ooh, narrowly avoids that fire. Dampe, how bloodthirsty are you? God,
He's a
those
dragon.
fires.
He's a dragon! Holy.
Dampe, what have we done? What has Dotzo done to you? Just a nice casual 21 seconds at the first door.
Okay, so bottom of the well so far, just the boomerang, and of course a few skulls lost. But
Oh. Confused to get knocked backwards there. That would have been awkward. So the only things of note in bottom of the well was just the boomerang.
yeah,
Which is
so
very
far.
useful for 50 skulls, but otherwise not important. Unless it's all dungeons. Although we still had the basement chest.
Yeah, one more check.
So, let's find out. what's in store.
Also finding his strength now, which
At
will
last.
be huge for him.
He can now fully complete Forest Temple. He can go do Water Temple and do all of that. Bottom of the well ends up being dry except for the boomerang. Unless it's all dungeons or there's something in Jabu. Not really that useful except for the 50 skull collection.
Might be a giant trap as usual.
I'm not sure because the boomerang is useful. I wouldn't count it as a trap, just not that good.
I mean, more in the sense that if they find the ladder, it might actually bait you into Jabu.
Oh, true. Alright.
But then again, Jabu could be needed for all we know. It's really not clear yet.
Dotzo was having a good start on his second Dampe, and then just gets hit by fire 2 times in a row.
This is one of the seeds, like, not having Sunsong for a 50 skull seed is always kind of rough.
If it's 50 skull seed, you bet there will not be a Sun Song.
you can obviously, like, collect them, but it's just very hard to route.
Okay, I've got a question for you. Let me throw this one out there. Sun Song is on all dungeons, and you could do Jabu. There's a lot of skulls in that area. There's 4 in Jabu, there's 2 outside if it's nighttime. There's a few on the way. Would you do Jabu for the skulls and collect 50 skulls?
Nah, I wouldn't. As I said, they have, like, Dotzo can 3 in forest, pretty much 4 very quickly, even 5 if he wants in water. He could go back into fire and get more.
It's actually interesting.
God damn it, Trez! Why did you change my name again?
I just heard weird noises in Discord.
Trez has changed my name to Scrublord.
Oh, that's good.
At least
Wait,
be
is that
creative. Come on, Trez.
Is that a... Let me clarify something. Is that a full price Scrub Lord or a discount? Can I get like a 2 for 1 here?
Sure. We can have a 2-for-1 deal.
Okay.
If you buy me, you get Trez free.
Nice.
Alright, Dotzo will finally collect the Song of Storms, although it hasn't turned up anything yet, just the boomerang, so...
Yep.
But if you were Dotzo and you think, if r0bd0g... You might be sweating a little, thinking, oof, if he did Adult early and there's something bottom of well, he might have an advantage over me. Oh god, this fishing is taking its toll on r0bd0g. We know there's nothing here, unfortunately. So all this effort for nothing.
Why? Why sing them? Why am I sing them? What? This is worse. What are you doing here, Trez?
I'm interested to see what route Dotzo goes after this.
I mean, there's...
I assume he'll be
forest.
He'll be completing forest, yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope he goes and that's the second one.
Giant Swallow found.
Oh, blue fire!
Who's ready for some blue fire unfought? Saurus the Main was way the hero, and whilst we do need the hook shot, we'll always clear your way of the hero zones.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Blue fire is in logic, everyone.
Yeah, I just hope for Dotzo he'll be going, like, Requiem to get his Serenade and the hint soon. Because that'll lead him to water as well. There is his first slingshot.
There we go. Now, I imagine Minuet, it's all required to do. It's
Oh, he's
medallion.
going Requiem first. Okay.
He's gonna check the song. That's fair. That's also a nice thing to do. And it's really good. It is Serenade. You can instantly pivot to
No,
the
they
temple at any point.
Don't have a single bottle yet.
No bottle found yet. So...
Which is
Oh,
also
man.
pretty annoying for Skull Seeds. Since
At
that's usually a pretty quick 5 or 6.
But Boomerang is available, so...
Yeah,
That
that's
does
true.
open up a
I mean,
lot of child ones.
they can easily get 50, like logic-wise. It's just how efficient are you gonna be about it?
I mean, there's the 5 here in Child Cac. There's 3 in Lon Lon at nighttime. You can collect 2 of them, require the Boomerang. You might get the one outside Cac as well. That's an easy, what, 8 right there?
Yeah.
Magic was on Big Goron. Both players got the eye drops and got Big Goron with those, got Magic Meter with those eye drops, rather than having to do the entire Big Goron Dragon Quest. r0bd0g opted to rush the heck out of it, and Dotzo got it quite late with Deku Tree, being quite late, but pretty much got it immediately afterwards.
Yeah, he didn't, like, have to inconvenience himself or anything.
Yeah, though there was no bottle yet, I believe. Is that?
No, we don't have a single one.
No,
At least
no bottle
not
yet.
that I'm aware.
So yes, this is in fact a 50 skulls big Goron seed. With
Beautiful.
Mirror Shield being on 50 skulls and the Forest of Downing being Spirit Temple. So pretty much you're never getting those 2 songs.
Yep, and 3 Child Stones.
I think
It's
I
also
might be
beautiful.
challenging Shadow for bad seeds right now. It's actually worrying.
Yeah, this one is pretty awful.
Can any one of the restreamers make good seeds, or are you all just a bunch of annoying seed makers?
Hey, I
Interesting.
made some good seeds to begin with. It's just in brackets I'm making.
To
bad
begin
ones.
with,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
All my seeds in the qualifiers were good. Okay, they were better than Shadow's at least. Now they're just Shadow quality.
Dotzo going through the wasteland. I'm not quite sure I agree with this play. He does have forest to do and basically water to do, and he's opting for GTG?
I disagree with as well. I mean, the idea is he wants to do GTG. It is in logic with long shot, but what if he finds silvers in Forest Temple, for example?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and even if he could full clear it, he has dungeons to do. Go do dungeons.
Maybe he's thinking r0bd0g might do reverse and is just trying to catch up with him, or maybe he doesn't and wants to get the lead. I'm not sure. But
yeah,
Dotzo has 2 dungeons he can fully complete right now, which is Forest Temple and Water Temple, and he has the songs to easily get there. It's not like he has to walk there. He can
yeah.
just go do it.
I mean, Chat is bringing the point up as well. It's not like it's inconvenient or anything for him, but if GTG is not required and all your progression is just sitting in those dungeons, you
it's a
just
massive
waste
waste of
15
time.
minutes here.
So it is arguably a bad play and risky. However, it could pay off. It could still pay off.
Why the hell are Dotzo's stuff this lit up?
I don't know.
I know, like, the dust goes a bit away if you climb down into the central structure, but the flags usually don't light up like this.
They put on some luminescent paint. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm sure.
I mean, he knows his way around there anyways. Not like he needs it.
I know they sort of look like that when you go down the.
They don't light up that much. Then again, I'm not on VC. Maybe it's just some VC garbage.
Alright, so r0bd0g gonna be doing his Zora's Domain and Zora's
That's
River.
good
He
for
will
him.
eventually pick up the bow. Now here's another
and
important
long
check.
shot,
And his long shot, yes, that is in Zora's
which is
Domain.
really good for him.
But this is another important check. Dotzo did not have Song of Storms when he did this. So
Yep.
if there's something here, big advantage to r0bd0g.
Yep.
So let's find out. Nope. Nothing.
Fiver. Yeah, so far, sadly, the Song of Storms hasn't really paid off for Rob.
That I am shocked. I'm utterly shocked
Yeah.
by Bottom of the Well being a trap.
What a
Boomerang is handy, to be
surprise.
fair.
I don't know.
Barely make out the shot.
I feel like the boomerang is still worth it for Song of Storms. Through Song of Storms, just because it makes getting skulls a lot easier. I don't know. My opinion, though.
I mean,
Well, right now we have no
entirely
access to Jabu. There's a lot of skulls in there, as well as a stone. That's the thing. There's a few around Lon you could collect.
I mean, it mostly depends on if Dotzo can efficiently route enough skulls without it.
r0bd0g
Then it's just a giant waste.
in Zora's River, so he can now also do all of Forest Temple when he wants to. But he knows Zora's Domain is way the hero. He's gonna go there, find his long shot, and I imagine he's gonna go back to Azor and do his dungeons.
I assume so. He doesn't really have a pull towards GGG, I feel.
Or he could be a complete mad lad and do deep file.
And find his hover boots and hammer chest.
Maybe. It's also entering GGG. Let's hope there's something here. Otherwise, big misplay.
Yep.
r0bd0g slips up.
And as we said, we're basically just looking for hover boots and a strength upgrade. And
That's it.
a few of these checks are locked behind that strength upgrade, so I really disagree with this play. But Dotzo might prove me wrong.
Both items could just be hiding in Forest Temple right now.
Yeah, that's why I said just do your dungeons.
Or, what could be even worse is you find that one item in Forest Temple, let's say silvers, and then The silver gauntlets in GTG has the hovers.
That would be really bad for him, yeah.
That would be cataclysmic.
But yeah, I'm kind of expecting a bottle in here for some reason, just for that stupid Ice Cavern. Not Ice Cavern, King Zora.
Alright. Rock Dog. Let's see if he can get a good diving game. Although they have Din's Fire. It's actually quite nice. Once you have Din's Fire for the diving game, you can do it all very neatly. You don't have to rely on RNG to get a nice dive strat going where you can do both checks at the same time. You can just do it every time. It's really handy. Double defense was the Song of Storms Grotto in Kokiri Forest.
Dotzo spawning all the wolves.
Oh, these poor wolfies. I can't watch.
He doesn't get the greatest RNG.
No. It's so nice when you have the big Goron sword and you can just quick spin all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
There was just a heart piece outside of Goron City. The Song of Storms has only led to a boomerang and double defense so far. And whilst the boomerang is nice, might not be required and you can still get 50 scoppers without it.
Yep. It really depends on how good Dotzo does without it, like routes his skulls without it.
If he is really good with his routing and he just doesn't worry about a boomerang or doesn't need it, doesn't matter. I think Dotzo has a pretty good advantage in that respect.
Yeah.
r0bd0g so. Collecting his long shot at last. We'll finish up Azura's domain and we'll see where he goes from there. Thankfully, no one accidentally forgot to get the reward from diving game. I know I've done that before. Always awkward when that happens. Alright, what else is in GTG? Dotzo needs to find an item in here, otherwise he's just wasting his time.
Yep. If this doesn't pay out for him, it's basically more than r0b spent in the well.
About
and r0b has the
15
boomerang
minutes.
advantage then. Oh, there was more than one F-bomb in that seed. Just, you didn't only put the sound on me for that one.
Oh, which seed was this? Was this yesterday's seed?
No, the one with the, I think, 15th qualifier or something. The one with the boomerang in Hammer Chest.
Oh, I remember that seed. That was a glorious seed.
I remember it, yeah. And it was not glorious.
I'm still surprised neither player has checked the Tech Type Grotto. These Iron Boots haven't really
Yes,
been
same.
Hyrule Fielder's Way of the Hero.
Same.
I called it as soon as I saw Bomb Bag and Iron Boots, but neither of them have checked yet. Sure, Hookshot is in Hyrule Field, but there's two checks left.
Oh boy!
Oh, Dotzo!
Silver gauntlets, that's big for Dotzo. That's
huge.
really big.
Right, GTG paid off. He can now do most of Spirit Temple, he can fully clear GTG.
I mean, it might still...
However...
There might still be another strength out there.
That's true. If there's another strength, let's say in Forest Temple, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, then Dotzo just waste the time, but it could also be very big for him.
So Dotzo's just praying the gold gauntlets, wherever they are, they're stuck in Ganon's castle. They're stuck in the furthest point in this entire seed, because hopefully those are the silvers you need, and Dotzo is not wasting time here.
Yep.
So effectively, all we need to find is the hover boots
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
light arrows. But Ganon will tell us where those light arrows are.
Yeah.
Because we know Mirashore is on 50 skulls. Good luck to these two runners. With that one.
Yeah, so pretty much Dotzo can complete every single dungeon but his shadow right now. You will obviously need to get the skulls. Complete spirit. I'm honestly surprised he didn't go in DC. It's 5 very quick skull blasts and checks.
I mean, that if he doesn't end up doing it, that's a 5-minute save, which is really nice.
I mean, yeah. At the same time, it's very quick skull loss.
To be fair, because of their different routing, r0bd0g got there quite early. And, well, there's Dodonga's Cavern and there's my child cleanup. I may as well do Dodonga's Cavern. In Dotzo's case, he has Forest Temple, Water Temple, GTG.
Yeah.
Would you really do
of course.
Dodonga's Cavern in that case?
No, I'm still saying he should be doing forest and water at this point.
But that just highlights how just doing a different opening route can change your entire seed and how you play this out.
Yeah,
and it's working in Dotzo's favor. He doesn't need to do DC unless all dungeons is required.
I'm not sure why Dotzo left and went back in.
You want a breath of fresh air.
He might have forgotten that he wants to get these 4.
I've done that before, where I get the silvers and GG. Alright, time for Spirit Temple. Wait a minute. There's
I
4
should
checks
get
in
these.
here.
And he hasn't even gone through the maze yet. Okay, Rob goes for forest, as we expect.
And this is the play we expected out from Dotzo, but he went to GGG, got the silvers, and hopefully the other strength is locked behind silvers in some way, so GGG is required.
Yeah, that's what Dotzo is hoping for right now. It feels like the gold gauntlets are in Spirit or Ganon's Castle like 90% of the time, but obviously
I think if that's the case, I think
really.
Dotzo has the lead.
Yeah, with how much time Rob will be spending in dungeons, it's gonna be a long time before he finds those silvers.
Dotzo has pretty much a full GTG over RobDog. RobDog has done some other stuff, but they haven't amounted to anything. Bottomwell had Boomerang, that's quite nice, but it's just for sculptures, and if you don't need it for 50 skulls, whatever. He has Dodongo's Cavern. Unless all dungeons is required, that's a waste of 5 minutes. Dotzo has GTG, which is required for silvers, unless there's another strength upgrade somewhere. And has done a little bit of Forest Temple.
Yeah, we still don't have to wave the hero hand, and I'm not sure how many skulls they're at. Let's see, RobDog is at 24.
24.
I'm not sure how much or how many Dotzo's at.
I think a similar amount.
I think slightly lower though, probably.
Okay, that is true. Not Steve's chest, but the chest. It was validation rupee.
Skullmask is dead, and Chickens neither has done them.
Yeah, Steve actually had the validation rupee this seed, like no joke or anything. I'm surprised no one like clipped it for you.
Clearly a plan though.
Hey, Kokiri sword.
Alright, biggest item found, Kokiri sword.
Beautiful. Even though it's not needed at all in bracket settings.
Oof. Thank goodness for that.
More keys? You can actually go to the ice arrow test, okay.
That's good. We don't need to do toilet, we know that's a small key.
Right, he has silver gauntlets. Of course you can. This should be a small key, right? Yeah.
And the final item of GGG. Let's find out what it is.
Yeah, I forgot he went and got the silver gauntlets chest.
Final chest of GGG. Here it comes.
Yay.
Some arrows. So, a key item found in GGG, the Kokiri sword, and I guess some silver gauntlets. They're alright, right? And we'll see where Dotzo goes from here. I imagine he's going to do his dungeons now. They're both probably going to be in Forest Temple at the same time.
RobDog doing the setup even though he has long shot.
Yeah, you've got long shot, RobDog. You don't need to do that, but I guess it's muscle memory.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll play Minuet. Do it. You don't need to. Oh, you've already paid. You've already done it, Dotzo.
He's gonna do hammer chest.
Ah, hammer rock chest. Yes, that's one of a lot of people forget actually.
Yeah, especially if you do reverse.
Although it has bit me before where there was a Ruto's letter here at one point, and Ruto's letter was a complete bait, but a few racers forgot it and just did other things and beat the silver, so I was stuck in Ice Cavern.
Yeah, strengths could just be sitting here in forest and water. Just dungeons that they would have had to do anyways. Nice lens.
Lens of truth not required because we know market is barren. And because it's the bracket settings, we don't care about lens logic.
They don't have Eponas. So they can't do archery. Yeah, he's gonna grab skulls. He might even go back in and grab the 2 in Gerudo Fortress.
I mean, the only songs that are left are 2 locked by 50 skulls, which the Sun Song could be there. There's a 50% chance. So getting these skulls right now is really nice because, I mean, you don't have the Sun Song. You've got to get 50 skulls somehow. Some of them are going to be outdoors. Yep, 50 skulls without bottles and without Sun Song.
Yeah, that's... I mean, it's obviously doable, it's just annoying. But at least they got the info early and not like 2 hours in. Where you're like,
He has
maybe you
Serenade.
get skills. He might want to do the lab first, and then it's easier to just go down here, jump to it. At the same time, he could just be doing water and then go out and do lab and fishing.
Oh, I was hoping for both races to be in Forest Temple at the same time. That would have been pretty hype.
Quick little jump up here.
Alright, let's see what diving the lab has for Dotzo. Meanwhile, r0bd0g doing his Forest Temple. If r0bd0g finds a strength in here, then that's 15 minutes pretty much gained for r0bd0g. He doesn't need to do GGG. So if it ends up being what ends up as a strength in Forest Temple, then oof, big mistake by Dotzo. But until that case, I think Dotzo is in the lead.
Yeah, pretty much. It really depends on the third strength upgrade right now. Both.
Just the heart container in diving in the lab.
Both of them did a dungeon, or like mini dungeon, the other didn't. r0bd0g sadly only gave him the boomerang.
He's also just gonna opt to get the sculpture. I don't think he's done adult fishing or on top of the lab, is that correct? Because he never got the scarecrow.
Probably not, yeah. He'll probably do water first, then get the scarecrow, I assume.
I would assume so, yeah.
But yeah, kind of weird that he went to the lab
and then
played Serenade. Kind of weird.
Bad. Maybe he's just, you know what? I'm just not gonna do these two checks.
Yeah, I mean they don't change anything about what you do in water or not, anyway. So.
I mean, he could just be playing aggressive. He has access to 2 dungeons. Maybe he finds the Hollow Boots, go do Shadow, and then you're pretty much done. Just get your 50 skulls.
I mean, he even has access to most of Shadow right now. Wait, no, never mind.
No,
to most of Spirit. Sorry.
Most of Spirit, yeah.
Only a few mirror shield checks that he
Vanilla
can't get.
boss key found by r0bd0g in Forest Temple.
Always great.
Been a few vanilla things today. We've had 2 vanilla songs.
Nope.
Wasn't it was it ADC vs Code where there were 6 vanilla songs?
I think someone said so, yeah.
Yep,
That's
6.
Insane. Is this even rando anymore?
I'm interested to see if Dotzo goes for, like, say, the Skull Pillar in the south basement.
Ooh, that's a long one to
He
get.
spent.
That's a couple.
It's not too bad. It's like half a minute.
I suppose with quick block pushing, it's not too bad now, actually.
There is no block.
Is there not?
No, you just bomb the floor and.
Oh no, yes, that's the bomb.
Switch.
Yes, you're right. You're right. I'm mixing up with Dragon Chest.
Yeah. He probably will do Dragon Chest, since he doesn't have Song of Time. At least I assume so.
I think I would have done Forest Temple first in this case, because Forest Temple is very linear, you have to do everything.
Yeah.
What if you find the Hover Boots, and then you do Shadow Temple, you know?
Same.
Water Temple is not linear. You either opt to do all of it, or you just get boss key and you're done.
Yeah, he could be in go mode when doing this.
Do you think he's just gonna assume, I'm just gonna go mode it, I have Serenade?
I'm not sure what he's gonna do. I think that's really like runner preference. If you bail on water or maybe even like I feel like this today.
Just depends on your mood. I mean, you do have Serenade. You can easily pivot back. If Forest Temple's empty, you just
for sure.
Forest Temple.
Sure.
I think Deep Fire is a good idea in this situation because there are 2 skulls on Scarecrow. Neither of these runners have, and they need 50 skulls.
I didn't count items in Fire, but they got 2 items early, and I believe at least 1 up top. So yeah, there's 3 items and 2 skulls left.
Opting for the south basement grotto. Grotto Sculpture. There's a grotto in Water Temple. What?
Suddenly grottos and temples.
Oh, that poor Poe. Absolutely decimated. Dodongo's cavern had nothing inside, except for a Kokiri Emerald. And we do not know whether it's all dungeons yet. We have not found the Ocarina of Time yet.
Yeah, neither of them. Also, Dotzo is on 25 skulls right now. I just caught it. So they're very similar. I think r0bd0g should be on 27 when he finishes with Forest. So yeah, they are very close.
Salfos. Ooh. A little bit early on that one, but the second one done quite nicely.
Close.
Good recovery. Alright, r0bd0g doing quite well in Forest Temple. Dotzo is going to be doing the Gilded Chest in Water Temple, most likely going to save Scum's keys and then continue on from there.
He might.
Although, maybe not,
spend
there is a
one
gold
key?
sculpture here.
Yeah, he might spend
Yeah.
the 1 key and just keep the other. It's nothing.
Oh, he's doing the setup. Very
Yeah, I love this setup.
nice. I admit, I don't do the setup. I know where to stand and just go for it. It works most of the time, and then when I don't, I think, damn, I wish I knew the setup.
It's
Dotzo
pretty
on
easy.
26 skulls. Yeah, so they have a similar skull count. It
Yeah.
might just end up being who gets to 50 skulls first.
Maybe. Yeah. Really,
I mean,
really
Dotzo
depends on
has-
strength. So.
Yeah, strength is the major advantage.
Hey, blue fire.
That's our first bottle as well.
Yep.
1 hour, 44 minutes in, our first bottle. That is a lot of
Mirror
skulls.
shield is on 50 skulls, which we will need. But then again, mirror shield doesn't lock much except for 2 songs in the seed.
Oh, it's just 2 songs. Who needs that, right?
Who needs those?
And of course, it's probably the Sun song that's locked on there.
Probably, yeah.
You have to get 50 skulls without the use of a Sun song.
I honestly assume Rob is just going to do dungeons.
Yeah, I think that would have been the expected play. Just do your Forest Temple, do your Water
Yeah.
Temple. Hopefully you run into your items and then you're good to go.
Dotzo's
r0bd0g
play
needs
was
to find-
pretty unconventional.
It-
The GTG.
Unconventional, but it worked out.
Yeah, true, true.
However, we don't know whether it's a sure thing yet. r0bd0g could run into strength and save 10-15 minutes over Dotzo.
Yep.
He doesn't have to do GCG, though he might end up doing it anyway.
I would have found it interesting if Dotzo went for Spirit. I mean, obviously Forest, I'm not sure why he hasn't done it since he won't ever save time by go modding that dungeon, basically.
Mm.
And
No,
I
I
would have
would
found it
agree with that.
interesting if he went for Spirit, just so he knows if he like finds gold gauntlets in there, then
And
he
needs
has
to get
maybe a good
collect sculptures
advantage.
Anyway. There's quite a few
Yeah.
sculptures in Spirit Temple. He has not done Child Spirit yet, whereas r0bd0g has.
Yep.
Alright,
As I said, yeah, I would have done Forest like a half an hour ago in Dotzo's place. I'm not sure why he hasn't done it. I mean, yes, he did the first 5, but you gotta do it
I mean, he
anyways.
could just be thinking, what's the nearest location? Water Temple, I have to do it anyway. And maybe Dotzo's just thinking, okay, I'm gonna be go-moding this place anyway, just do it now. You know?
I mean, at the same time, he has the warp songs for all of them, so...
True, he hasn't found the boss key yet, so I guess it
Yeah.
doesn't matter in this situation.
Gonna be a full clear anyways. The water temple.
Not necessarily. We might not be child locked for keys, but we don't know. It's possible. There were 2 keys
Yeah.
on child side.
2 keys on child and 1 in upper child, so... good chances that we're not gonna get a key in a load spirit, but maybe.
Now, what do you think about the central pillar chest in Water Temple? Because Dotzo did it before doing this one here. I tend to do it either last with FW or just...
I basically always go for it immediately when I raise the water to middle level. At least if I plan to full clear dungeon.
Ah, I see, okay.
Really depends on... And since they're still like looking for an item and... I'd be going for the full clear, to be honest.
And whilst I don't have Song of Time, Water Temple is fully clearable because that river chest is just a small key. They have access
Yep.
to all the other chests.
It's basically or similar reasoning to why Dotzo is probably doing this chest now instead of like as the first chest, since it's faster to do if the water's down. But obviously, if you're just gambling for a boss key, you could just go for this one first in the hopes that you don't need to change water levels at all. But if he's planning for a full clear, doing it now is a good time.
Wait,
I don't think he's gotten cracked wall yet, which is surprising to me,
wait, it's a little strange.
since he should know the gainer setup.
There's multiple setups. This cracked tool has like 4 different ways to do it. You can do it with hover boots. You can do it with iron boots and bomb shoes. You can do it with a jump slash. You can do it recoiling. You can use a gainer. There's so many different ways to get this annoying check out the way.
And I'm pretty sure Dotzo knows all of them. Obviously, they don't have hover boots yet. But...
The bomb shoe one's my favorite.
I usually just go for the gainer. Since that doesn't require like any items except obviously the explosive.
I've practiced the gainer. I'm not a fan of it. I actually just made up a jump slash, like a setup, just jump slash to the thing instead. If I really have nothing.
So far, sadly, Forest Temple pretty much empty for Rob.
I see, Crims. Thank you very much.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean...
That would make more sense.
Hey, 4th ice trap. Yay.
Where are the other 2? r0bd0g is now finishing up his forest level. Nothing has been found in there, but there is still Phantom Ganon.
Yeah, and I mean, it's Lena, you gotta do it.
Let's see how well he can do it. Phantom Ganon could be... I like Phantom Ganon a lot, but sometimes he can be a pain when he just... You reflect his ball, and it just doesn't go to him.
Yeah, that's... I don't understand why that happens.
The only chest left in Water Temple is Dark Link and Morpher. Yeah. River chest is also available, but that is just a small piece, so we don't care about it. And I think Dark Link is actually the boss key. We haven't found it yet.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Good start on Phantom Ganon from r0bd0g. He has 1 more to go. Good jump slash. And that's a very nice Phantom Ganon.
Got it. Very nice.
He'll end up getting his medallion. Whereas Dotzo is going to be taking on perhaps a more infamous boss, Dark Link. Definitely a hated boss if you played this for your very first time.
Yeah. Then again, if you know the speedrun strats for him, he's a joke. Getting this... Hey, another baller.
These bottles are in some very weird positions.
Yeah. I wonder why Dotzo got that sculptor from down here. That's really annoying to get from the platform.
You can get it up top with the long shot?
Yeah.
Huh. You know what, that does make sense. I always get it down there. I've just never linked the 2 together. Wow, I feel dumb.
And yet, we still haven't seen Tektite Grotto.
We've not seen Tektite Grotto.
If hover boots are in there.
Oh, please be in there.
That would be...
So the reason why Tektite Grotto might be important is because Iron Boots and Bombag was Fizz Zero. They were... Bombag was in Kikiri's chest. Iron Boots was in Mido's house. Those 2 combined is the Tektite Grotto.
Yep.
And Hierofield is Way of the Hero, but Hookshot was there and that was required, obviously, so... Who knows?
Still,
maybe there is an item.
Clear Way of the Heroes, guys.
Always clear your Way of the Hero zones. I'm willing to bet Hovers and Tektite Grotto.
It might very well be, yeah.
Yeah, they both had the chance to rat it into Lon Lon. One nice thing to do if you have Bombag is, once you leave CL on the way to Lon Lon, you can just grab the grottos on the way there. It's a great time to do it.
Yeah, it might have been a bit inconvenient for r0bd0g since he didn't have the time of day reset for from Echo available, but for Dotzo, yeah. But then again, he went this weird Zora's River route, so...
Watching Dotzo do Dark Link, I don't know why I had an issue with him as a kid in the first place. Just use Deku Nuts.
The fact how... Wait. He had the boss key?
He had the boss key, he just wanted to do a full clear.
He wanted the item, okay. And yeah, since Doc brings it up, give these runners a follow. They're very good at what they're doing. Providing us with some entertainment here.
Oh, poor r0bd0g getting grabbed by Dead Man in Shadow Temple.
Happens.
So, let's see how well he will do on Morpher. Where do you think r0bd0g will go from here? He's finished his forest. He's just cleaning up Shadow because these 2 checks are kind of out of the way in Shadow. You have to run back anyway, so it's nice to do. Will he
Pretty sure he'll be doing water, yeah. I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
Yeah, it's required.
Yeah, that's the Serenade.
But will he do a full clear? Real question.
That's a good question. As I said, that's pretty much like every runner feels different. I think.
Did Dotzo forget to loot a chest?
Did he not get the map? Oh yeah, he played CL immediately. What? Wait, he's lowering?
Wait.
Oh, Dragon Chest. Why didn't he get it first time he lowered? Oof.
Now, I've got a bit of history of Dragon Chest with my co-commentator here, Hamster. In a certain seed, he was both doing exceptionally well, but Hamster was too smart for me and did Dragon Chest immediately because we didn't have Song of Time.
Yeah,
and the
if
boss
you don't
key
have
was
Son
there.
of Time, always do Dragon first time lowering the water.
Yes. From experience, do the Dragon Chest if you don't have Song of Time, especially with quick block pushing.
Yeah, I know it's not like nice to do it, but there's a chance that has boss key on a required item. Just do
And
it.
look at all the time wasted because
Yeah, now he has
to
got
lower
to
the
lower,
water.
raise it.
He's got to raise the water again. Maybe he thought, okay, I've got boss key. I don't need to do Dark Link. I'll just go mode the dungeon. That's a lot of time used up because didn't do Dragon Chest.
Yeah.
And if
For
you
sure.
are going to do the Dragon Chest and you're using Gold Scale, make sure you know the setup.
Yeah.
Throwing that out there.
I'm so glad Juke made a setup for that. I've tried it to YOLO it before, and like, no.
Pretty
Screw
much
that.
after the prior race, I just went and learned it.
Just unequip your iron boots, Dotzo, please.
Come on, Dotzo, you can do it. You can hit the target. Go for that Dragon Chest. Oh, feels bad, man. Now, if r0bd0g decides to just go mode water, they'll actually be in very similar positions. The only main difference is Dotzo has GCG over r0bd0g with the silver gauntlets,
And r0bd0g
which
gets
is big.
Ganon. Yeah. As it turns out, no items in water as well, so r0bd0g is still looking for that strength upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have many places left. Deep Fire, GTG from his
Deep Fire,
perspective.
GCG is a major location.
And that's pretty much it.
Hmm.
He
Alright.
has cleared well, he has cleared DC.
Yeah, r0bd0g has DC over Dotzo. I'm not sure in this kind of situation you would ever do DC now. You've got Spirit Temple, which is required to do. You go do that. And then if
Yeah.
you don't have anything by that point, maybe you do DC. There are quite a few easy skulls in there on the way to 50 skulls.
Yeah,
which it achieves both objectives. You do
I
checks
think
and you get
Dotzo
skulls.
will. I think Dotzo will end up doing it. Like,
I can see
it's
that.
how many checks in total? 7, something like that. But
6 or 7.
I'm too lazy to count. But yeah, it's a bunch of checks. 5 easy skulls allows. I don't really see him not doing it. 7, okay, yeah.
Especially without Ruder's Letter, because Ruder's Letter locks a lot of
Yeah.
skulls. There's 3 in Ice Cavern. There's 1 outside in Alex. Well, 2 if you count the Silver Gauntlets one, but who gets that?
Yeah.
There's 4 in Jabu, 2 outside Jabu. It's
Yep.
a crazy amount of skulls. Ruder's Letter locks.
r0bd0g's water looks better.
Yes.
Did get the Gainer
For
for
those,
the crack wall. He's
uh,
doing Dragon early.
Very nice. r0bd0g learning from the mistake of Dotzo. He's going to get his boss key. Whether he'll do the rest of Water Temple, who knows? Who knows? There are a few sculptures he can collect in here.
Yeah.
So for those that are joining us, just to give everyone a brief rundown of this seed. This was a Big Goron seed with Magic Meter on Big Goron, and it's a 50 skull seed with Mirror Shield. And guess what the Mirror Shield locks? It locks Forest of Dalian, which is 2 songs, and probably the Sun Song is on that Forest of Dalian, so you will not 50% chance you don't have Sun Song for the seed for 50 skulls. As well, the bottles that we found we got just now on Phantom Ganon and the Gilded Chest and Water Temple. So if you had to pick a seed for 50 skulls, don't pick this one. This is a pain for 50 skulls.
For sure.
It's also doing a very nice quick kill on Morpha, and we'll be collecting his medallion. And let's not forget, like Hylia Sun. It's a very important one to get if you don't have Sun Song.
Yeah. I think the redeeming factor for the seed in terms of skulls is that they at least had hookshots early, like both of them. But at the same time, it's still a pretty nasty seed.
r0bd0g getting the water chest, rolling into it. First try, very nice. Light medallion acquired from Water Temple. Will Lake Hylia Sun have anything?
Number 3 for Dotzo. I'm still surprised that he hasn't done Forest yet.
He's going to do Forest after this. I mean, where else do you really go?
Yeah, he doesn't have... I mean, as I said, for
The
him,
spirit.
this CC, this spirit,
I
he
spy.
has options.
With my little
That's a
eye.
shield?
That is not the shield we care about, though.
Yeah, sadly, that one's locked.
Robdog is opting to do the gilded chest, but there is a sculpture back here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for most
Robdog does
folk, yeah.
not care about any setup, just goes straight for it.
Gets it.
What a madman. Boulder just goes straight through him.
I love it.
Unfazed.
Oh, Dotzo grabbing the scarecrow now, so
And he has the two checks here
up
to do.
hoping for deep fire.
Well, he has long shot. He doesn't need the scarecrow for that. Unless he really doesn't want to do pixel shot. It didn't work out last time. But there's still adult fishing and diving in a lab to do, and when else?
Yeah,
I'm not sure doing it now is a good time, honestly. You have Forest Temple to do, you have Spirit to do, all required stuff. If you find nothing in there, then you just come back and do these checks. You still need to get Sculptureless. I'm not sure if this is the time to do it. Maybe you find hovers and that's great, but
I mean,
it's still required
it's
stuff.
kind of annoying to cross the lake now that it's filled, so you might just be getting them out of the way. But at the same time, the warps are so fast in Rando thanks to the removed sparkly cutscene.
If Dotzo
So, yeah,
didn't have
you got a
Serenade,
point.
I'd understand to do
Yeah.
it now, because when do you come back? But you could easily
But
come back to this.
as we said, I don't understand why he hasn't done Forest an hour ago.
Maybe he just hates
So-
Forest Temple. Maybe he thinks it's a stone dungeon.
I mean, yeah, Forest is garbage, but considering how linear it is.
I think both players have the same amount of skulls, or one apart. They're very similar.
Yeah, they're very close. Rob has a slight lead, I believe, in terms of skulls.
And has the boomerang. So if you
At the
go
same
back to
time,
Clouds,
At the same time, Dotzo hasn't done
Forest
DC.
Temple as
and
well.
Forest,
And DC,
yeah.
that's a lot
He
of
got
skulls in those locations.
There's a bow.
Oh, upgrade, pretty useful, but I don't think
Yay.
not that worth it. Apparently, Dotzo has Forest marked as done on his tracker, according to Koa.
Wait, what?
That might be why.
Maybe he just clicked it because he's gonna go there now?
Maybe?
I don't believe, like, he has to realize he doesn't have the medallion, or did Phantom Ganon.
I'm sure he'll wake up to it eventually. Good thing there's no items in there, it's just a medallion.
Yeah,
Otherwise, that could be a bit of a disaster.
I'm sure he knows he only has done the first 5. Yeah, I do that all the time as well. When I know I'm going to a dungeon next, I just pick it off and...
Hamza,
That's
I will
good.
leave it to you for just a minute in your capable hands.
Yep.
I need a drink.
So yeah, Rob is opting for the full clear of Water Temple as well, which is kind of expected. He's still looking for 2 items. Where is Dotzo going? He has cleared these checks already. Is he walking from here to take that grotto? Or over to the Garuda Valley grotto? For the one Skulltula? This seems weird. Yeah, he's getting out the hammer, he's grabbing the Skulltula and the hint that nobody ever gets. Amazing.
Okay, what did I miss?
Dotzo-
Oh, the Tic Tac Grotto!
Yeah, he's going Tactite, which is, well, kind of weird from
Did I
down
call
there.
it in the first 30 seconds of this seed? Am I a prophet or am I just dumb? Let's find out.
I'm surprised he didn't grab the Skulltula on the way if he's opting to walk all the way up here.
Come on, Tic Tac Grotto. Show me the hover boots.
They have been down here before.
Please? Aww, I'm disappointed.
Oh, let down.
Boo!
Bad seed. I want a
Ah.
refund. Give us your pet bands.
Oh, Dotzo now going to do Minuet. And it's going to finish off his
Finally, Forest. Almost. Never mind. He's gonna grab the Skulltula.
Yep, there is a sculpture down here to collect, but then there's also the ones in Mosswood and Kokiri. There's one in Kokiri, there's one up top in Mosswood. You can use a bomb.
He's gonna get the
or...
Kokiri one after he finishes Forest.
Oh,
Since
true,
he won't be on the wall plat.
Although you can just void out in Lost Woods, and then it's just right there.
I mean, yeah, but after Forest he's gonna be sitting over there anyway, so...
But you have to walk from Deku Tree, it's quite long.
I guess it's pretty much the same. Do you have to walk farther in Kokiri Forest from here?
But there's a sculpture on the way, in Lost Woods.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe.
I'm just not sure how close he feels he is to needing skulls.
Forest resets time of day, that is actually a very good point.
Oh yeah, right, it's gonna be day after because of the stupid, what's it called? Sacred Realm.
Snapped by Dotzo.
29 for Dotzo.
So
He's still a ways away from it.
he's collected 2 in Forest, I believe. There's an additional 3. If he ends up doing DC, that's another 5. So I think
Yeah,
Dotzo
I'm pretty sure
has
there's no
probably
way
routed
around
his
for...
stats a bit better.
Pretty sure there's no way around, what's it called? DC for him. It's just 5 2 quick ones.
There's a lot of good checks, and if he does Spirit Temple, he doesn't find hovers, he might end up doing DC. It fulfills his objective of getting 50 skulls, he does some easy checks. Nothing there, unfortunately, but...
Olero! Deep fire memes?
Dotzo?
Oh, okay. Safe. Oh.
Dotzo? You know there's a whole Forest Temple to do, right?
Apparently he thinks he has done it. Like... I'm super confused.
Well, fortunately for these runners, there's a handy thing called the tracker, where you can see what medallions you've done. Now, I believe the Forest medallion was fire. And if you put the 2 together, I don't think he's done the Forest Temple.
I mean...
Dotzo,
once
please
he's...
wake up. Are you drunk?
Once he's done his other 5 dungeons and wants to spawn the Rainbow Bridge, he should notice it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, more Skulltulas on Death Mountain Trail, okay.
I guess he's going to DC, but why is he not doing Spirit Temple? That's all required, there's Sculptulas in there. He might find hovers, there's Sculptulas in Shadow Temple.
Yeah, I'm really surprised he doesn't press the Silver Gauntlets in GTG.
Like, that whole advantage of Silvers is just not being put to good use. Rob might end up doing GTG, get Silvers, do Spirits, gets hovers, potentially. And then it's just go, go, go. They have the songs to quickly go there and pivot. It's not like they have to invest time into walking there.
Yeah, he has Rai, which is why we're kind of worried. Okay, back to Forest.
I mean, that is a fair point. The time of day is pretty bad, no song. It's nighttime, you want to make the most use of it. But on the other hand, there are plenty of skulls out there. I don't know.
I think he's kind of running low on good ones, so making use of the time of day like that is pretty decent.
I mean, once he does DC, it'll be quite, is it a 4 or 6? Quite late in the day, and then it should be nighttime quite shortly after that, and then he can use some more time there to get the rest of the skulls at nighttime.
But yeah, DC will reset it as well to noon, so... This is rough.
Yeah.
r0bd0g, they're going for his quiver upgrade as well now.
Yeah, it's always it's an interesting conversation. How do you route skulls in with 50 skulls when you have required stuff to do, which changes your time of day if you, because you're going to complete it all, why would you go to the end, right, and leave it?
At the same time, it's always, like, especially if it's a late game item like Mirror Shield on skulls, you need to be, like, have the right pace about it. If you go too fast, go out of your way all the time, you waste a lot of time.
Yeah, you could just end up wasting time. It's just the mirror
At the
shield.
same time, you want to have it when you need it. Yeah, I mean, Sunsong on Prelude and it's just sitting in graveyard. You don't know.
I mean, what if we run into Rudozetta? That locks a lot of things. Do Ice Cavern, maybe Sunsong's there, you never know.
Yeah, I'm from Germany. I don't think we've handed in 20 yet on either side, right? I know we've handed in 10.
We handed in 10. I don't think 20 has been handed in. 30 and 40 are dead. It's just 50 skulls.
20 has been handed in by r0bd0g.
20 has been? Ah, okay.
Okay. Look at
That's
Void
good.
actually paying attention, unlike us.
Okay, that's good. Sadly, no FW for Forest Temple.
So Hamza, I'm gonna have to ask you a very personal question at this point in the season. How do you like to play your Scarecrow song?
Left, right, left, right.
You're left, right, I see.
Yeah.
Just like these two. I opt
I
for the
just
down A,
smash the
down A.
buttons. I can't play songs that include down fast for some reason. Like Zarias, I play Zarias in like, it takes me 3 seconds to play the song. It's so bad.
So picking up his vanilla boss game for his temple, whereas r0bd0g cleaning up his Lake Hylia and is going to be
Is he going
most likely
to
heading to GTG.
Oh yeah, he might
wouldn't
be
blame him.
not reversing. Maybe. At the same time, reversing seems faster from down here without Epona.
I mean, you still have to cross the wasteland, but you also get the Haunted Wasteland check out of the way,
Yeah.
which is a very annoying check to do.
That's what I'm thinking about.
But it is about to be nighttime. Maybe he wants to get the sculptures outside. He also has to do these grottos in Hyrule Field, which he hasn't done. I mean, he knows this is Way of the Hero.
I mean, he can get the skulls as well once he's done with like Gerudo Fortress.
I mean, I think it just makes sense to do these two grottos whilst you're down here.
Oh yeah, he hasn't done these. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah, this makes sense.
And he's never done the open grotto.
He doesn't do the default or well default.
Could you imagine if a key item was here this entire time?
Yeah, he'd be Dotzo.
I mean, a lot of players opt to do a very early route. Go to this grotto, go into Gerudo Valley, go into Child, like Hylia, do child fishing and stuff. And that grotto is done in the first 3 minutes. But for r0bd0g, he doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn. Does it in 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Nope. Okay, cut.
Yep. And finally, nice recovery heart from the South Hyrule Grotto. And we'll see where he goes from there. I imagine GTG.
He's walking out there. Has to be at this point. He might be. No. Where's he? He's headed to Tectite?
Maybe.
From the looks of it?
I think he just most likely wants to confirm, hey, is this hookshot actually Way of the Hero, or
Yeah,
is there
probably.
something else here? I always like to clean out my Way of the Hero zones. It's just, you never know.
Yeah. Even if you found an item that is 100% required, you never know if there's just another one.
But there's an important point to note. It's nighttime right now. He is burning up that precious time that could be used on collecting skulls. Once it's
Yep.
daytime, it's a long time until nighttime.
Yep. It's pretty much gonna turn day once he gets here.
Yeah. Once Dotzo's done Forest Temple, I think Dotzo will be... Dotzo is in the lead item-wise. He has the Silver Gaunts. He has a full GTG over r0bd0g. The stuff r0bd0g has done just hasn't paid off. And Dotzo will have a sculptural lead as well. Nothing in the Tectite Grotto. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels kind of weird because Iron Boots and Bomb Bag were pretty much the first two items, but unfortunately...
At the same time, you always need a bomb bag, and we need the Iron Boots for water, so...
Thanks, Doctor. It is in fact a very long time until it's nighttime.
In fact,
I'll be
it could be 2
hosting
minutes
astronomy
and 40
lessons.
seconds.
Wow, that's a very long time.
I think that's how long it was? I don't quite remember.
Other bomb bag
I
farm
think
with
so.
the bow chest. And Forest Temple. It also seems to be having a very nice Forest Temple. I haven't seen too many, or any mistakes really. r0bd0g is going for this grotto. I think he wants to know what's on Ocarina of Time. Because we haven't found that hint yet.
That's what I thought about when Dotzo was walking up here. It's a Skulltula and it's the hint.
That's true.
That's good
That is
value.
actually very true.
Even though it's usually never worth to go here. Nah, Dotzo hasn't done bottom of the well either. He has like DC and well as decent options.
Sun Song!
Okay, so just one check behind it.
So, if you found Rudo's letter, there's a lot of skulls in Jabu. You get a few checks done. Sun
I'm
Song.
still not sure if I do it.
I don't know.
It's hard to say. They should be able to get there to the 50 without it, so without the entire Azor's Fountain area. But yeah, this is a mean seed.
People are very happy with your rolling skills, Void. For this seed. This is a quality seed.
Yep.
I mean, what are the other major locations for sculptures we have left? So there's still 3 in London, assuming you have Boomerang. There's quite a few in Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
r0bd0g has, I think, 1 or 2 of them. Dotzo still needs to collect all of it. He hasn't entered that place yet.
Yeah. I'm really surprised Dotzo didn't push the Spirit Advantage. Even if it's just for the skulls, as you said.
I mean, I would say I imagine he's going in there, but I also imagine he'd be doing Forest Temple an hour earlier, so...
Yeah.
Anyway.
At the same time, he might be getting Adult Keylocked. And they don't have... well, they have Cyanide now, so yeah, they do have a decent way to get back from Child to Adult.
They also have a lot of mobility. I can just start planting bugs with skulls. They have pretty much all the major ones. Some easy child skulls.
Does Dotzo have the second follow yet?
No,
Fairy
he's gonna
bottle?
collect it from Fountain Ganon.
Oh yeah, it was on PG, right. So yeah, I think he maybe wants to hold on to the blue fire, even though he has 500 rupees basically now. But yeah, he'll probably get rid of that bottle.
I think Dotzo would be mad enough. He sees a nice juicy Spirit Temple, he thinks, no, I'm gonna unfold King Zora.
Maybe? I'm not sure.
To be fair, there are 3 skulls on the way. There's 2 in Zora's Adult River and 1 in Zora's Domain.
That's true. Then again, those are all nighttime bound, so kind of rough to route in.
And he's going to be doing Forest Temple, it'll be daytime.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's gonna go. I still think he's gonna go to DC soon. It's gotta be looking too juicy for him.
5 easy skulls there.
Yeah.
Quite a few, like 6-7 easy checks, I would imagine so. Oh, poor Meg, getting shot in the face by Dotzo. Almost on his Forest Temple, whereas r0bd0g is opening the gate.
He might be going for the wasteland check?
Or he might be thinking, I can reverse wasteland later, I don't have silvers, what if I have to come back? He doesn't know silvers are in GTG. So it might just be, he's just doing it in case he forgets. I do this as well.
Maybe.
If I don't have silvers, I'll open the gate first, because I will forget to open
Yeah,
it.
same.
I
I forgot that way too often.
He just doesn't care about GTG.
Wow.
But...
Okay. He might just grab the check and then void and go back.
Why didn't he do reverse wasteland then?
Yeah, that's maybe just for the hint, since he wanted Tactile Grotto and the Gerudo Valley Grotto.
I mean, I suppose you can just void back afterwards if doing GTG.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna void back. There's no way he's gonna skip GTG when he's over here, like... He's just hoping that this is Silver Gauntlet so he can't full clear GTG probably.
That's
Similar to how you do horseback archery before GTG if you don't have silver. And it's another spell, I guess. Yeah, always good.
Let's compare these sculptural accounts. r0bd0g has a
33.
Fast. 33. Dotzo has 33 as well. They're tied.
Wow. Okay.
But the main difference is Dotzo has more overworld sculptures, and without Sun Song, that is very important because having to wait around. r0bd0g has a lot of skulls in DC, a few in Spirit Temple. Dotzo can just pick those up, easy, nom nom nom, gets the 40 skulls, and he's way closer to 50 than r0bd0g. They're just far more convenient to get. And Dotzo gets checks done along the way. Although they're not required, in his mind, it's more efficient than just waiting around and doing overworld skulls.
Agreed. Oh, is Dotzo's game frozen?
Dotzo, you okay, buddy?
His timer is still running.
Yeah, Dotzo crashed.
Don't tell me VC crash.
Yeah,
oh,
he crashed.
Okay. Alright, so what's happening is r0bd0g is gonna wait. Then
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure they. I'm looking. Don't know what's happening.
I don't have my IC open.
Okay.
When did he last save?
Don't know, but I only just realised that this happened because everything was running smoothly up until now. So that was my bad.
So no.
Ah,
Please
you
have a
gotta
good
love
save.
VC.
Oh, VC. Oh, that is quite a disappointment. But hopefully it's a good enough save. Maybe he has to finish up the rest of the Forest Temple, which won't be too bad.
He's back in water. Ouch.
Oh god. Oh, that's bad.
Ouch. Yeah, he hasn't safe warped since then.
Oh dear. Okay.
That's like a good, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah,
If
that's
not
the rest of Water Temple. That's the checks outside Water Temple.
The Hyrule Field stuff, the Lost Woods skulls, and all of Forest. Oof.
How much time do you think this would delay? But would it take for him to catch up?
I mean, there's no checks.
20 minutes?
If he skips the checks, because there's nothing in them just to catch up, probably he kills Morpha 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah, VC crash on Dotzo's end. Of course it had to happen.
Okay, I've been told to refer to Lost now. Moving through tech support right now.
Yeah, please hold whilst we get your Zelda tech
Please
support.
hold the line. And
What
yeah,
would be
looks
the
like,
music for tech support for Zelda?
I don't know. Zelda's lullaby, trying to get you to sleep.
Were there any overworld checks that he hasn't done? Like the ones in Death Mountain Trail?
And yeah, it looks like Rob is waiting on him. Catch back up, which is very nice.
He saves just in case there's another crash.
Well, I think.
Yeah,
Rob...
Dotzo is back, but
Okay,
he lost
so
a giant bit of progress.
for those that are like, oh, okay, what's going on? Dotzo's had a VC crash and has had lost a bunch of time. But what is happening right now is r0bd0g is just waiting around having fun for Dotzo to catch up, and then we'll start from where Dotzo
This
crashed, which
is
at
an interesting
Fangang.
bug which has just happened on stream. Lost and Cubswall and Herd of Ponies are apparently in the call, even though they're not.
Okay. Enjoy.
Apparently everything's breaking right now. This is an interesting time.
The internet is breaking. Technology is ruined. Skynet is activated.
Wait, in which call? They're not in here, not with Dotzo or Rob. What? I'm confused.
No. On stream, we've got like 3 extra people in our call right now.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Oh, now I see it. Is the bot picking up the... Wait, what?
No, they're
I
not.
don't see
They're
them.
not in a call right now. They're picking up people from last part. You know what? I'm just gonna kill the bot. Give me a sec.
Ripbot. Ripbot.
Wondering if this fixes it. If not, I know what else to try.
Discount.
Nope. They're just in here. They're not leaving. Okay.
Apparently.
They're with us forever. They'll never leave.
Hey guys, how are you?
What's up? The thing
Yeah.
is-
Everything's breaking today. How's everyone?
Matter because really we got nothing from those.
Yeah,
It's
it
the
didn't
skulls that count. The overworld skulls. That's the big
skull-
thing.
The skulls and obviously the dungeon completion.
Because 1 or 2 skulls that could mean the difference between having to wait another cycle for night or going to an out of the way check, which is an extra minute.
Oh, apparently this is a Discord API. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Wait,
Love your Discord.
Oh, okay, never mind. Bot's back. I've already got random bot to leave and rejoin. And I've also tried refreshing it on my side on every front. It's literally the Discord API, nothing I can fix anymore. So we can enjoy Cubs Rule, Lost, and Herd of Bronies presents in the rest of the race.
Hey.
Yeah, Rob is just jumping around.
Yeah, no, well, they're just playing catch up right now. So that's fine. I apologize for not watching this. I did not realize it would crash this far into a race. So that's my bad. But they sorted it out themselves, so it's all good.
So Dotzo will be down, I think, 2 or 3 skulls, but hopefully won't make too much of a difference. Because there's still plenty of other skulls to collect. Once Dotzo gets the Phantom Ganon,
I assume he'll just go to PG and keep going from there, except the loss of the skulls.
So they've
Probably
resynced and they've already gone. So in 10 minutes time, they'll all be synced and gone. So 10 minutes to kill. What do you guys want to do?
Good question.
What have you thought about this seed so far, Void? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I made the seed, so I've got to be proud of it, regardless how much of a shit show it is.
Of course you would be. So, what are the skills required to be a professional seed maker like yourself? How do you make seeds like this? What are the skills?
I think it's a long line of genes which have helped me towards this point in life.
So you need a good set of trousers. What else do you need?
Jeez.
I'm talking a lot.
This hurts physically. Boo.
Boo! Who is this guy?
Look, this was bad jokes on both parts. I don't think people realise what kind of seed I was talking about at this point.
I mean, this is a bad joke of a seed, so I thought I'd, match it.
So, another thing. What do you think is gonna happen? Obviously, Rob is gonna find his silver gauntlets. Is he gonna go into Spirit, or...?
He's gonna go to Spirit, 100%. I mean, what are the major locations left for Rob? It's just Spirit Temple after GGG. That's it.
Yeah, I guess.
He's done DC, he's done Bottom Well, he's done all the major dungeons. It's his only location. He gets Sculptures done, he gets checks done. It fulfills both his objectives. Dotzo, on the other hand,
yeah.
he said do Forest Temple an hour ago. I imagine he's gonna go Spirit Temple, and they'll be kind of synced up.
Yeah, it's weird to me that Dotzo hasn't done DC, hit Forest so late, and he hasn't pushed the Spirit advantage, and now RobDog will catch back up to him in terms of the Silver Gauntlets.
I think RobDog is in the lead, despite Dotzo having these silvers and an item advantage.
Yeah.
RobDog has DC over Dotzo, and Bottom of the Well, I guess you could argue, because Boomerang and quite a few Sculptures there. Sure, Dotzo gets those Sculptures, but RobDog's doing Spirit Temple. Maybe he finds hovers in there. If there's no item in Spirit Temple, and hovers is just some random location, then I think Dotzo has the edge, because Dotzo will have more Sculptures than Rob.
I think without the crash, it might have been sort of even, because Dotzo, once he's done DC, had a big lead in terms of skulls, and RobDog is kind of running low on good
Dotzo
skulls.
should be at 31, I believe, at the end of all this. I think there's only 2... Maybe 3.
I think he's only on 29.
Is he on 29? Well, he's got the basement one to get, and then the... Did he just get the one on the side?
He should have, yeah.
So 3 skulls, yeah. So
because he lost the
DMT.
two in the one in Second Forest Meadow, the one in Lost Woods, and the one in
DMT, yeah.
2 in DMT and the one in Kokiri. He lost 5 or 6. And obviously he only gets the 1 or 2 back from Forest.
And those are kind of important because you need nighttime for those, and we don't have Sunsong.
What exactly happened for it to crash? It's called Sad Life. VC is bad.
Let's go VC.
Our homeboy couldn't fix it.
So what do you think RobDog is doing right now? You know? He's hitting the pillars?
I mean, he might have taken a quick bio break, and now it's just...
What I think he's trying to do is, I think he's trying to take out all the pillars in GTG, so then it's easier to get to all the chests.
Collapse the entire place.
Is this kind of like Eagle's Tower in Link's Awakening?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
It just takes quite a few more hits with the hammer now.
Yeah, that's a lost 6.
GGG falls, everyone dies, game over.
I hope Dotzo has picked up those 6 skulls when he backtracked.
Because that is a few minutes, that's the thing. But because he's done Forest, he's got... See, it's not quite the same, because the other way around, he would do forest and then it's daytime. If he waits for nighttime now and gets skulls, he has more time to collect skulls, so it's not quite the same. You should have got the skulls first.
Yeah. There's like no rhyme or reason to when we see crash happen, as far as I know. It's just...
So we might also have more trouble, because apparently there's a storm coming through Dotzo's area. So
Oh god.
we might be having some very bad luck with what came to be quite enjoyable
Dotzo.
seed, honestly. But yeah. So hopefully they can finish off the seed. I feel really bad that it had to come down to this in the end.
So what you're telling me is, Void, is that we've got a storm coming, this is time limited, and you decided to put a big Goron 50 skull seed into this.
It was not my fault, okay?
I don't know, you got some pretty good trousers apparently.
Yes, I do have some pretty good trousers.
I mean, you said
they're
so, that's what the skills are.
Mm-hmm. Very comfortable. Can wear anywhere. Confirmed.
Very good, very good.
Just to clarify what happened for anyone who's just come in or anything like that, r0bd0g is just buying his time right now while we wait on Dotzo to catch up, because Dotzo had a bad crash, unfortunately. So he has caught up now, because this is on a 10-minute delay and they are continuing to race, but while we wait for the stream to catch up, we're just here and chilling.
Yep, r0bd0g being excellent sportsman, which is what I like to see. And then once Dotzo catch up, it'll almost be as if nothing ever happened. Almost.
I don't think anybody in this tournament or in general wants a free win just because someone crashes. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Especially since r0bd0g has had VC crashes during the qualifiers as well. He knows what it feels like.
I mean,
yeah, bloody.
I guess we could have allowed it, but the thing is, there's also a sculpture in the elevator that Dotzo really wants. So
I believe that's between you and the other racer to decide. I think when r0bd0g was talking to me about it, it was as long as you both agree to it, then you do it. If you both trust each other, then you don't have to. That's what I've been told, at least. So,
okay.
That's what I've been told. I didn't even hear about this rule until earlier today, because ATZ versus Cola, they didn't do it. So I'm not sure the exact ruling or whatever. Oh, there we go. Tres clarified for us. Thank you.
Tres knows.
Dotzo skipping the check. Unbelievable. It's almost as if he knows what's in there and he gets it. Big brain play.
He done it.
It's almost as if he's sitting with a spoiler log right now and just skimming through trying to complete the seed.
Wow. I'm gonna need some... I'm gonna have to report this guy. Clearly he knows where everything is.
Shaking my head.
He's got an in real life lens of truth. He just sees through the chest.
Now that would be some tech, dude. Where was Dotzo's scale again? Was it also in GTG?
Yes. No. Oh, where was the scale?
Because I'm trying
I think
to
it was in
is there, like,
GTG.
any difference.
Was it?
Scale was
No,
fine.
no, it was
oh
5
yeah,
yes,
above
yes,
the maze. Right. Since r0bd0g skipped. Yeah, that makes sense. Deep fire looming over both of them.
This
Could
is
still have the
r0bd0g's
hovers.
10-minute attempt to weird shot. It's going quite well.
You already did a few hovering attempts. Nice staircase hovers.
This guy. He's just practicing his aim. Oh. Going to the other chest, gets the shot. Well done.
This is where I'd love to have dual claws, just like grappling between chests, like while I'm waiting. Personally, that's
like in Terraria.
No, I'm talking about like what's it called? The dual hook
TP.
shots in Twilight Princess. Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
Twilight Princess.
There's
yeah.
so much more. They're so entertaining. It was like one of my favorite items when I got them. Just like grappling up for the boss fight as well. Like by far
Also,
my favorite Zelda item.
While we're at it, Grim, can we get max HP down to 1, please? Thank you. I hate this boss. Or mini boss. It's so boring.
Well, but if it's down to 1 heart piece, I can't shield flick to the music. That's very important to me.
Great.
Gotta say, I'm disappointed in r0bd0g. This BM waiting around 10 minutes, knowing he's won, unbelievable. joking, of course.
Incoming remove fast Epona rand?
Oh
Wonka
god,
S.
that got me good. Yeah,
We're not supposed to talk about that. I don't care how long it's been since that. We're still not meant to talk about
Oh my.
Ah, all good and fun.
it. I mean,
Oh,
at least we have lost a herd of bronies and Cubsfall to keep us company here. It's quite nice having 6 people
That's
on
true.
this call.
It's kind of clipping in the layout,
28
but
skulls. It's 5 whole skulls. Dotzo's lost.
yeah, it's rough.
That is so bad, and they're all overworld skulls.
Yeah, and he like can't even get them back efficiently since no Sun Song.
Like, if it took 30 seconds for each skulls, that's 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean it's already good that Rob is waiting on him, but at the same time, I can see why Dotzo's just going
They
for
are
the
off
dungeon.
now, I think. Let's see.
Probably, yeah.
No. I don't think so yet.
I mean,
will
this
Dotzo
is
collect
where
his
it crashed
skulls,
for him.
or will it be as he starts?
Yeah, Rob is going.
Yeah.
Rob is going.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. There we go.
And we're
So-
back to reality.
Dotzo basically just conceded the skulls, or the time loss from the skulls.
Hmm.
Which is fair, since Rob was so nice and waited on him. It is a pretty big time loss, but yeah, I think Dotzo knows he still has good options for skulls. So
He has
it's
good
not
options. He can still grab them.
completely
It's not
detrimental.
too bad.
But at the same time, I think that puts r0bd0g in the lead slightly, since he has more skulls now.
So
And
Dotzo doesn't
is
fan
gonna
Ganon.
find his levels. Looks good. That's his
Good
3 on the first. And should get the... Yes, very nice.
Nicely done.
Okay.
Alright.
Now it's gonna be interesting to see where Dotzo is gonna go. I think for Rob it's pretty clear once he's done with GTG.
r0bd0g most
It should
likely. His
be
only
Spirit.
big option is Spirit Temple. Dotzo has a few places. He has Spirit Temple, which is required to do. It is, you need to do all of it, but you can't complete it yet as Mirror Shield is on 50 skulls. He has
Yep.
DC, there's a few good checks in there, and 5 skulls in there. Very juicy.
And they both have Deep Fire, which is not attractive at all.
I don't know, actually. There's 2 easy skulls on Scarecrow. There's a few checks in there.
I think it's 3 items left if I didn't count wrong earlier. But yeah,
It's not
kind of
terrible.
it's better for Dotzo for sure because he got to open the shortcut.
Yes, they're definitely.
And for Rob, it's really annoying because he has to go all the way around again. So yeah,
It's also going to get the Kiri Summer Storm Grotto out of the way, collect his double defense. And maybe he might go to Spirit Temple.
maybe. He's only collected the silver gauntlets like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Can't expect him to go to the dungeons too fast. It took him like an hour and a half to go into a forest after all, so... Obviously we're joking. He had his reasons.
It'd be a good reason to ask why he delayed Forest so long.
Where's he going? These are all nighttime skulls, right? Is he going river? And actually doing the
Foreign King's Aura?
deep fire? The blue fire play? Maybe.
I mean, Source Dwayne was way the hero, but there was a hook shot there. Really?
It looks like it. It's also
I mean-
wasting time of day, so he could get skulls in river afterwards at least.
True.
He can't get the one
But-
inside Source Domain.
I just want to throw out that there's a whole Spirit Temple.
Yeah, he doesn't like his medallion dungeons
And
apparently.
that Medallion Dungeon could have the hover boots, which needs some more skulls in Shadow Temple.
Yeah, he would have been basically in go mode like an hour ago.
I mean, Spirit Temple, bad dungeon. You know, it's only got like 21 checks and like 14 items.
Yeah,
Do Water Temple.
really bad.
Worst.
I'm really hoping that this is actually like a blue fire check that leads to Ruto's letter. I think it would really make me smile.
It might very well be at this point.
The absolute madman is doing it.
Less
I mean,
RNG, folks.
the thing
less
is,
RNG.
this is all required to get Magic Meter anyway.
Yeah,
If
logically
you-
it's required for sure.
Yeah, logically it's required, but it could just be nothing here. It's just to get prescription done if you mess it
Yeah.
up. I mean, what are the odds this has
Ah.
something? It's just bombs.
But yeah, logically it's we had the
Rob
two
Dog
wallets.
picks
Or
up his
it-
silvers in G2G, the hammer check.
Sorry,
Yep.
I couldn't craft the perfect seed for you guys.
I mean, you did well. You did well.
You did
The seed
good.
is pretty meme.
Alright, Dotzo. Save quitting. That is-
One on the English, one on the Japanese. You will need the classic controller. Okay. Except, I think some of them might be on GameCube.
Going back to Child, maybe just doing Child Spirit to make, in case he
Oh.
gets keylogged.
Rob went out as well after finding this.
I don't know why both of these races did this. And now Dotzo is going back out, so I'm not doing Child, I'm gonna stick as an adult. He's gonna make it nighttime at Ganon Castle, that's what he's gonna do.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's the one, if you don't have Samsung, this is a good place to go.
Yeah.
Because entering this zone makes it at the...
You'll also grab the skull here, pretty sure.
Yeah, collect the sculpture, perhaps he can do some more overworld checks. Maybe he goes back to Child and gets some bug skulls done.
He might just warp back to Miniat afterwards to do the exact same skulls he did before. And just gave the time loss to Rob, pretty much. Yeah, there's the Miniat.
Yeah. He can get probably like 5 and recover the ones that he had prior to his VC crash, which is really unfortunate. Then maybe he'll go Spirit? Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Spirit Temple, worst dungeon probably.
He might also route the, like, similar to how he did before, with the DMT skulls, and then route it into DC.
Yeah, no, that would make sense.
Since that'll bring him up to, like, what, 40, 42, somewhere around there?
Well, let's see how
Oh no,
many
not
he's
quite. 40,
Not quite, but like
38 or something.
35, 36, 37. It's a 30 here, 1 in Lost Woods, 1 in Kokiri, that's 2. There's 5 in DC he could collect. That's 37. 1 in
2
DMT,
on
that's
Death on
38.
Trail.
True, there is 2 if he gets the one up top as well.
Yeah. So yeah, he's not looking too bad on skulls, but
So, let's say he gets 38 from this, maybe he skips one of the ones in DC that's kind of annoying to get. There's
Yeah.
5 skulls in Spirit he can collect still. That's 43. He's got 7 more, roughly there. If he finds hovers, that's another 5 in Shadow. So he just needs like 2 random ones here and there, and he's good.
yeah, he should
Assuming
be
hover
pretty
boots
much
are
good.
in Spirit.
And they also have the bottles for bugs
Yeah.
now, which are
So
very easy
that
checks as
boomerang in
child.
bottom of the well, not really required.
Yeah,
Bottom of the well was a big waste, unless you don't find the hover boots. Unless Mirror Shield's locking hovers in some way.
Dotzo is routing his skulls pretty efficiently, I gotta say.
It's working out quite well.
Shows his game knowledge, his speedrunning experience.
Rob Dog getting the heck out of there. He's done his GG.
Yep, going back up probably to Goron City Shortcut.
So, despite wildly different openings, they're starting to sync up now. Pretty much, Rob Dog has Spirit Temple left to do. Dotzo has DC, which is a lot of skulls, and Spirit left.
I mean, it might have also not crashed if he did Forest first Dog. You can't really think like that. It's like VC is just weird in that regard.
Sure. Do you think Dotzo will do bottom of the well at some point? There are a lot of good checks.
question.
One of the densest locations in the game if you're looking for hovers.
Yeah.
Would be there. Yeah, that's a good summarization. Dotzo is behind on checks, but those checks didn't matter. Rob Dog has definitely done more of the seed, but Dotzo has probably more sculptures done in terms like of annoying ones. And once he does say DC, he gets these checks and sculptures done at the same time.
Yeah.
And then he's starting to catch up on checks to Rob Dog.
At the same time, it looks like hover boots are just gonna be sitting in Spirit Temple for us, so Rob might be catching up or even pulling ahead.
Nope. So shooting through the rock. Doesn't care if to break it open, and is gonna do DC.
As expected, pretty much. And he can easily collect all of the skulls in here, which is nice for him. Rob had to skip out on a few, might even have to come back for a few he left behind. Since Rob doesn't have great options for skulls anymore.
I mean, he always has Ganon's castle to turn it to nighttime and just start collecting skulls from there. He has he can use bug skulls as well. He can walk around.
True, bug skulls might actually be pretty efficient right now for him. Oh.
But hey, look at that. Robdog gets the silvers. You know what he does? Head straight to that spirit temple.
That's what you do. You press your received advantage. Then again, this was pretty much the last location for Robdog, so he's probably not thinking an advantage. But I'm still confused why Dotzo didn't press the silver advantage.
Seeing no silvers in GG, do you think Robdog thinks he's in a good spot or in a bad spot?
I think he feels behind. Like, this was pretty much his last location, except for the, like, garbage one-offs like King Zora.
DC, he's on bottom world, there was nothing here, and then, oh, GG silvers, go to Spirit.
Yep.
If Dotzo did that and went to silver here, then kind of feels bad, man, but at least it's 50 skulls.
Yeah,
and
so
Dotzo
you know you can make up time with routing those.
Yeah. What if it's Rudo's letter? Oh man, could you imagine Rudo's letters in Spirit, and then Ice Cavern or Jabu?
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. It might very well be.
We're also gonna see whether you were child adult locked and you need to go to Child Spirit.
It's very likely that we're locked. I think.
I think so too.
Samsung checkers hovers. Oh boy.
That is possible.
A bit early on a jump slash on Roblox side. And just uses the boulder.
All according to plan. Use it to get the rupee.
Rudo on chest game, which we had open for quite a while now.
But market is barren, so.
Oh, right.
There's nothing there.
So it shouldn't be. It can't be. Yeah, market is barren.
Yep.
Rudo herself just sitting in the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, child locked, as expected.
But Robdog did do Child Spirit and can just keep on going.
Yep, so Dotzo will have to go there as child first. Then again, he'll probably save a bit of time, because once he commits to Spirit, he'll just do the first two as child and do the rest as adult. Which is faster, obviously.
Randomizer does not expect you to get Sunsong for 50 skulls, so if you end up in a seed like this, tough luck, you're just not getting 50 skulls. Not getting Sunsong for 50 skulls, I should say.
Yep, there is an option to make all the Knights Sculptors require Sunsong, as in, like, they're still there if you don't have Sunsong, but the logic will give you Sunsong before you need to collect any of them. That's how we should say it. But that's not on, since we kind of expect our runners to route accordingly.
So, do you think the hovers are in Spirit?
I'm kind of expecting them. I don't think this is going to be an all-dungeon seed.
What other checks remain?
Not really anything across the two of them. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, since Dotzo cleared out that stupid...
Deep Fire,
Zora.
that's about it.
Yeah, Deep Fire, that's about it, and neither has done that. So, we're gonna see. But yeah, Rudos could be in here, unlocking a bunch of tracks, or just the hover boots.
It's possible.
It's basically go mode. It's just route your Sculptors efficiently at that point.
I think the cruelest thing could be you need to get 50 skulls, and whatever Mirror Shield is locking is the rest of the seed.
Oh yeah, if one of the Mirror Shield checks has it, then the seed is rough, because you can't get the skulls from Shadow for the Mirror Shield.
I think the worst possible thing is Hover Boots is locked by Mirror Shield and Rudo's in Shadow, because that locks a bunch of skulls. No Ice Cavern, no Javelin, no Shadow. 50 skulls.
Then you'd have to go scavenge hunt, pretty much.
You'll be making a lot of visits to Ganon's castle.
Yep. Okay, so far nothing in Adult Spirit. It's like, what, 3, 4 more checks? Yeah, 4 more checks. It's not looking great.
Dotzo, you having fun there?
Yeah, hovers on Suns would be the absolute worst case.
Okay, that is just...
that's just rude. Especially with the position of the OOT hands, which we still only have found one in a shitty spot.
Yes, the Ocarina of Time hint that we found was in the Hammer Rock Grotto outside of Gerudo Valley. I have never collected that hint personally. Gold Gauntlets found in Spirit Temple.
Spirit. Okay, so GGG required. That's why I would have liked to see Dotzo go Spirit. Push it. Push your advantage.
Push that advantage, Gold Gauntlets, maybe
He would have known
Ganon
he's
Castle Fairy.
way ahead. Yeah, for some reason Gold Gauntlets really like to be in Spirit, it feels like. I've had that happen in so many seats.
I mean, Spirit Temple is just a great location. It's a very
Has a
I wouldn't
bunch
say
of
the
checks.
fastest, but it's definitely got probably the most. It's the most checks. Shadow Temple's second, I believe.
Yeah, and obviously, if the logic is trying to place the first strength Spirit as
Big Goron Sword. That would have
Nice.
helped immensely for Forest Temple because Big Goron Sword saves a bunch of time on Stalfos and
Yep.
Phantom Ganon.
Not opting to collect the boss key chest. Okay. I hope that doesn't
many-
bite him.
How many keys did he have? I didn't see in time. Because maybe he thinks, oh, it's out of logic anyway. I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna do it.
I'm pretty sure it is out of logic, but at the same time, the logic has already collected 50 skulls easily.
True, 50 skulls is possible, so you can get that chest.
Logic is so obviously really fast about
Yes.
collecting skulls since it doesn't care about space and time. It just collects them.
Maybe he's just gonna go get that Ganon Castle Fairy.
It looks like. Yeah, we've got invisible or like silent visitors
The
today.
last key might be mirror locked, but we can get 50 skulls right now, so it is in logic to keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. I mean, it's very likely it has to be mirror locked, right? Can't be in the boss key chest.
And if Hollow Boots is actually in that one check, then you can just do Shadow Temple, get extra skulls on the way. So r0bd0g's on 35, Dotzo, I believe, is slightly ahead with about 36, 37, I think.
I think he should be at 38
Roughly.
now after DC.
Hmm.
He collected all of them. Oh, I was watching Rob see the new checks, so I didn't see if Dotzo got all of the ones.
Ganon
Back.
Castle Fairy is a new check we haven't seen. Will
Yep.
it be the Hollow Boots? Or will it just be a nice tasty 5 rupees?
Oh yeah, right. Rob never saved gun keys
Ah, I
on
see.
transfer.
Right.
That's what you mean.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, OOT is sons.
Nope, wrong kind of yellow.
Just money. He's going fire. Okay. I think
mean-
that's the best option for him, yeah.
Probably, yeah. You get some checks done. There's 2 skulls on Scarecrow.
Yep. And he might try for the... Oh, he hasn't
also
done the
got these
fairies
fairies.
either, right? Yeah.
Now, this could have been important early on. Unfortunately, there are nothing on these fairies, but r0bd0g went here very early without Zeal and didn't do Hammer Fairy or Summit Fairy, whereas Dotzo came here a bit later with Zeal. Fortunately, there was nothing on there, so Dotzo didn't gain any advantage from that.
Yeah. So, giving his best Spider-Man impression. Grabbing one of his brethren.
39, he needs 11 more.
That's... Yeah, if we find the hovers outside of, like, non-mirror shield lock, he's pretty much good. If they are mirror shield locked, then it's gonna be annoying.
Well, he's going to collect the one outside of Kakariko, I imagine. He might go across
Yeah.
Zora's River as well. There's 2 in there and 1 in Zora's Domain. That makes 43.
I'm not sure how deep in terms of time of day he is. So he might have the time to do that, maybe not.
The real question is, will he end up going to Spirit?
He's safe opening for bottom of the well, is what I assume.
He just doesn't like the Spirit Temple.
Apparently, yeah.
I mean,
Or he
if
might
Hollow
just
Boots
do
were
bottom
in
of the
there-
well. He might do bottom of the well and then Child Spirit just so he doesn't get locked out.
I can understand that play, but I have to disagree with it. If Hollow Boots were in Spirit, you go to Shadow, get your other skulls in there whilst doing required checks. Fortunately, they're not there. It's just the gold gauntlets that was in there, so it's not going to bite Dotzo. So he's
Might
completely
also do
fine.
Child Spirit first and ignore bottom of the well? Not sure. We'll see.
Yeah. As long as Dotzo can get his 50 skulls first, I think he has a pretty good advantage. But r0bd0g is close behind. He doesn't. There's not that many skulls between these two races. Let me just throw that out there.
Yeah.
But if Dotzo ends up doing Bottom of the Well, there's a boomerang in there which is useful for collecting skulls, but otherwise, get free skulls. There's faster ways to collect sculptures than Bottom of the Well. But I don't blame Dotzo for making this play. Bottom of the Well is one of the most densest locations in the game.
Yeah.
And you've been seeing Hover Beats?
I usually don't like it, but it's always a good play, to be honest.
And he might end up doing Child Spirit as well afterwards. He is
Yeah,
locked,
pretty sure. Pretty sure.
So he has to do Child Side.
r0b going back to DC, which is also 3 quick ones for him. Yeah, 3. The 2 on the right side here and the 1 above the stairs. Since he has long shot, they are very convenient to collect. Need to go stand in the other corner, I think. Well, from here you should be good. Oh, you need to stand over in the corner, I guess.
Should be able to collect this shot here. Very nicely done.
I'm enjoying the Discord API right now. It decides it can't have me in the call without adding Lost, Cub, and Bronies back into the call as well. It's interesting. Like, it was fine when it was just YouTube, but as soon as it added me into the equation, it was just like, nope, add everyone else.
It's just such a hype race. We need everyone in here.
We've got 3 new disc contrasts. Nice. Okay, yeah. That's opting for a few of the soil patch skulls.
I mean, once you get bugs, you can get 2 in Kakiri, 1 being a bug, 2 in Lost Woods. That's 4 easy ones right there.
So he
needs to get bugs from a grotto.
Yeah, it looks like he's thinking about one-tripping Spirit. He might even go up Child Spirit then to grab the 2 that are there.
You can
Instead
also
of doing it as a result.
go to Storage River real quick. There is a sculpture on that ladder. It is nice.
That's true, that's true. He has the scale advantage.
Overall, so 3 hours in, what do you think of the seed so far?
Pretty evil. Like, I usually like Sculptular Seeds, personally, because I like collecting them. It's just, if you don't have Boomerang and Suns, and
I think I would have liked to have slayed this one.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, it hasn't had any really trolley stuff so far. So, it's just a pretty tedious seed overall. But yeah, I like these. 41 for r0bd0g now.
41, I believe that, so this will be his 43rd, I think?
Somewhere around there, yeah? We'll see soon.
At least they have the Kakiri sword, they can't run out of sticks.
Oh, yeah, but they also got the sling, so...
Dotzo does not have the Boomerang node. The Boomerang's in bottom of the well and he hasn't done it yet.
Yep.
But he might end up doing it soon.
I think he's not going there because he, like... Maybe he doesn't want to go without the Boomerang, so he doesn't...
Think about it this way. Let's think about it like this.
Skip on him?
He knows Song of Storm was very, very early, okay?
Yeah.
It was in the windmill. Now, maybe he thinks r0bd0g does early adult a lot, or perhaps like that. He would assume that r0bd0g has done bottom well, but he hasn't finished yet?
That's also true, yeah.
Maybe there's nothing in bottom of the well.
Might just be playing his opponent.
Yeah, that's a valid point to make, because it was a very early song. If there was a Hover Boots in there, that's the whole dungeon r0bd0g would have.
And
He'd be coming up to 50 skulls by now.
I think Dotzo knows that r0b is pretty much, especially with the money early on in Midas' house, I'm pretty sure Dotzo knows that r0b did Decatry into market. Because that's what r0b pretty much always does. Oh, r0b. Nocturning.
So he has 45 skulls, 5 more juicy ones, and he'll finally have his Mirror Shield. I think both of these runners have enjoyed this seed.
I don't know if they like collecting skulls. It's just, it always feels kind of iffy.
Yeah.
You can't really know if you're far behind or ahead.
I mean, here's another thing, right? Because Dotzo knows, Color makes a very good point. RoBDog does Deku first a lot, especially when he gets money early. Eye drops are in there. And Magic Meter's on Big Goron, that's from a hint.
Yeah.
You would expect RoBDog 99% of the time to go adult early just to get the Magic Meter out of the way done. Which means he would have Song of Storms, which means he'd have Bottom of the Well, and he hasn't finished yet? We're almost 3 hours in? Makes you think. Maybe Bottom of the Well is a trash place.
Also, there's finally a Spirit Play by Dotzo. As we expected. I think he'll go up just for the extra skull. In the hopes that he... Should that put him to 50?
Well, he's going to do Child Spirit if required, and there's enough sculptures in there to get him to 50.
How many is he at now?
You should get 47.
47.
Yeah. So there's one on the side. There's one
He can't
climbing
get
up.
enough.
He's one short, actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
he needs to
He's
get
only
one
two.
more. And he really wants to get the Mirror Shield before going Adult Spirit, it seems like, so he won't grab any of those.
Yeah, Kakariko Archery was done by Dotzo. I don't think
Yeah.
RoBDog has done it.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's probably going to do it right now. It's back to daytime for him.
Oh, chucking bombs all over the place. Absolute madman.
I mean, what else do you get these bomb packs for?
Exactly, you gotta use them somehow.
Blow stuff up. Oh yeah, Graveyard Soil is a pretty decent one.
And it's right outside 50 skulls, so it's a perfect time to do it.
Yep.
Why get that first when you can do it last, routing into 50 skulls? It makes more sense to do it like that.
Yep.
So yeah, this is nicely routed by Dotzo.
Yeah.
Gets knocked off the edge by the Southos, but Dotzo will clean up his Child Spirit, and he has to do this anyway, he is adult locked.
Yep.
RoBDog
Nah,
gets
he
his
has-
Giant Swallow.
He has Dins. He wants the Skulltula and can light the torches with it at the same time. Where he has Dins on his buttons.
Hmm. Where does RoBDog go from here? That's a real question. He has to get 50 skulls somehow. He might just be doing what Dotzo has done and just start doing bug skulls. But if that's the case, then Dotzo actually is in the lead. Because he's going to get his Mirror Shield. He's going to go
very
for Child
close.
Spirit.
They're very close.
Even
Like,
so, Sculpture
yes,
takes time.
The trip back to Spirit will cost RoBDog a bit of extra time once he has his Mirror Shield. But at the same time, Dotzo might still be going for Bottom of the Well if the hover boots aren't Mirror Shield locked.
Here's what Dotzo does, okay? We're all completely wrong. He gets his Mirror Shield 50 skulls, goes into Bottom of the Well. He just hates
Probably.
Spirit Temple.
Probably. Okay, as we expected, he goes up for the Skulltula.
No, he's already done this because he's done Ganon Castle Fury, but he did want to make it nighttime. There's 2 easy skulls outside in DC.
Yeah. I assume Dotzo will just do these 2 checks, since he can't grab the 3rd skull on child side.
No, I'd imagine that's fine because you have silver bullets, you have Din's Fire, just do it as an
Yeah.
adult.
Just do the sunblock and the other one as adult. Especially since you can just long shot over and do the sunblock room backwards.
Yeah, I would just do it as an adult, just get these 2 out of the way then. We'll see what happens. Nice side strap from Dotzo, again Spirit Temple, whilst RoBDog just outside.
And yeah, just grabs these 2, as we expected.
It's gonna get
And
his
going for the
50th
Soil Skull.
Yeah.
Very nicely routed.
So RoBDog is perhaps probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, depending on how well he routes the skulls, perhaps even longer, behind Dotzo.
Yeah, roughly.
It is
I'd
still
say.
very close.
Considering he's done all of Bottom of the Well over Dotzo, that's pretty good.
We also have to consider RoBDog has done most of Spirit Temple. Dotzo still needs to do it all.
Yeah,
So-
that's why I said I don't think they're
Yeah.
much apart.
So actually, yeah, you're completely correct. I don't know who's going to win this now.
It's really close. This Skulltula is so annoying.
This is the worst Skulltula.
And it's gonna turn day.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ah!
Goes away.
That feels bad.
Gold Sculpture dodging the long shot. Alright, it's been 3 hours in the making. Dotzo has been collecting his Mirror Shield over time, and he finally has it.
It really depends where these hover boots end up. If Spirit Temple just gives us Dotzo finally checking the 20. If Spirit Temple just gives us Rulo's ladder, then let's see the suddenly wide open. And Dotzo has and Robdog has a good chance.
I think it would be funny if the Hover Boots won the boss key chest.
That would actually be cruel.
Because you could have done Shadow Temple, which is required, whilst getting Skulls, which is required, saving a whole bunch of time. Where are these hovers? It has to be Mirror Shield locked some way.
Like, we've been looking, what, for strength and hovers from the about 1 hour mark? At least, like, no mode wise. Obviously, neither had collected all of it. We found the strength upgrade, but where the hell are the hovers? And now both of them cleared the first 2 chests in Shadow.
Yeah, it's not vanilla hovers. I like that Dotzo is skipping bottom well at this point. He's got Mirror Shield, he can do all the Spirit Temple. He's finally gonna do it. Yeah. He's gonna go for it.
And no, neither of them did chickens.
Oh no! Hover Boots chickens. I guess that's possible.
Very well, or it might just be locked behind one of the 2 songs that we get from Prelude, from Spirit Stone. Wait, Shadow's the other one. Okay, one of the songs.
I mean, we know Sun Song is all dungeons, which leaves Song of Time, but that doesn't unlock anything except highest Aeon, technically.
Yeah, but they can get that anyways.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Epona, that's 2 checks, and Prelude does nothing.
Yep. Yeah, so it's... This is rough. Nah, Toilet is just a key.
Yeah, and we know the River Chest and Water Temple is dead.
Yeah, is a key as well.
Oh, could you imagine if Hovers is on chickens?
Oh boy.
I hope it is.
That would be kind of cruel.
Let this be a lesson to your chickens. Oh, please be chickens.
Don't be chickens. Never do chickens. Yeah, Robdog opting for these skulls here, which is probably one of his better choices.
They're all 3 in a straight line. It's very nice.
48. Getting there.
But here's the thing, right? Sure, you skip chickens, and maybe it's the required item, but if you know your opponent is skipping chickens, do you do it? It's unlikely to happen, and you waste 3 minutes, or do you not do it and be in the same position as your opponent? If you think you can outplay them, and you know they're not doing chickens, maybe you just don't do it anyway.
I just don't do it. Except if it, like... I think the only time I ever do chickens is if I have Sansong and like combo it with Dumpe and Night Skulls into chickens. It's just a colossal waste of time for me. Then again, my execution isn't as good as some of these players.
Go Dotzo, go. Robdog is on your tail.
Yeah, they are very close.
Robdog has most of Spirit complete, whereas Dotzo still has to do it, but Robdog has to collect his final skull, grab the Mirror Shield, and come back.
Yep.
Where is he going to collect his 50th skull?
I'm not sure.
He's collected the Ganon Castle for everyone, right? Oh no, he's making it nighttime.
Yeah, he's making night again probably, but I'm not sure which one he can still get really quickly.
Minuet, has he not collected?
I thought he's gotten all of those.
I'm sure he got those as well. I mean, he only has to collect 1 more.
Yeah.
Let's just hope he remembers which ones he's collected.
If he's going back to the main again, this is pretty slow. The domain one is nighttime only as well, so he probably thought, or he was pretty sure he couldn't make it back up the river and into domain in time.
But I think better to have just gone inside first.
Maybe? Yeah,
Time of day doesn't pass during in there.
probably.
Well,
But all of this.
one thing I can say from checking out IRC is that RoBdog is hungry and tired.
Oh,
I'd assume so, yeah. I'm getting hungry
Rob
myself
Dog.
as well.
RoBdog needs a hot dog.
Oh, that now we only have Herd of Bronies in here. Lost and
What? Discord API, please!
well, at least we lost in Cubswall. We're just down to 1.
RoBdog, are you gonna unfork King Zora for us?
I'm pretty sure he's gonna do it. This is just such an out of the way check.
You have
Yeah,
blue fight, you may as well.
He has it.
There we go.
You don't want to leave the possibility for this to be all the boots behind. Especially since Rob knows this is in logic the entire time, pretty much.
But you'd also have to know that this is just to get the magic leader from the
Yeah, of course, but it still might
maybe-
give you the item.
Yeah.
So,
So show us the Zora tunic color.
I kind of doubt it.
Oh, this is bad, man.
Oh, he's doing the sunblock room first?
Dog.
Okay.
In Zora's the main unfolding King Zora, collecting his 50th skull, will finally go grab his mirror, whereas Dotzo is catching up with RoBdog. All the checks that Dotzo has done right now, RoBdog
So
has
close.
done. They are very close. It might honestly come down to Ganon Castle. Oh no, Light Arrows is not in there. Damn.
Yeah, Light Arrows is probably in shadow at this point, we have to
Yeah.
assume. Except, of course, if we get Brutos before Harvest.
True.
Or
I was thinking
Ice Cavern.
potentially who goes left, who goes right in Ganon's castle. But not today.
I mean, yeah,
Ice
that
Cavern
still
is
requires us to get Rudos before Harvest. Or Rudos in Shadow then. But yeah.
Okay, so can we think of any other checks besides the ones of the spirit? There's chickens,
Deep Fire is still an option.
fire.
I think that's the only one that's not a like single check.
Have they done Skull Mask?
It's dead.
Soul Mask is dead.
Oh, okay.
Hint.
So
So yeah, I don't think of anything. Wasteland, like all of these stupid one-offs are done.
what about Target? I don't remember anyone doing Target, but I might be misremembering.
Might actually be right. Can't remember anyone doing that either. Or yeah, goddamn chickens. Rob the target. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Target and Woods is done.
I mean, yeah, he should have done. He had the slingshot before he ever went
Yeah.
into Lost Woods. So yeah, it could still be behind the forest medallion we get here by like
True, that was
Epona
quite a
song.
good song.
There's a few possibilities. They're so close to each other. Jesus, they're one room apart.
It'd be really cool if you could see the other runner during your siege. Like a little ball of light. Seen
Time
running
for
past you.
OT online. Dotzo still has to do a few checks here that RoBdog already has done.
We don't know whether this is deep fire yet.
It could be, but so far
will, could
it
be.
hasn't been. Yeah.
If it's not here, there's a handful of checks. It's deep fire or chickens. That's it.
Yeah.
And both of them are meaning. So this is a spicy seed that we've made good.
No. Well, that's what did.
Hover
Oh wow. Okay.
At the same time from both runners. Mirror shield
Wow.
block.
This is amazing.
Oh my god, so you couldn't even do Shadow Temple for skulls.
Okay, Dotzo realizes he doesn't. He's in go mode. The thing is, Light Arrows could still be on those 3 checks he's skipping, and he's missing out on Bigger Sword, which is
That's true.
Not
That big sword is
that
actually
big of an advantage. It
it
still
would save
needs
him,
a
isn't it?
bit of time, yeah.
Ganon's faster, Bongo's faster.
Rover is a tiny bit like. Obviously, you can still one cycle all of them with Master Sword, and
Iron Knuckle.
also yeah,
Bird.
he realizes he doesn't want to leave Light Arrows behind here. He's going back.
Ooh, but his indecision could cost him the seed.
Yeah,
that's
it
the
costs
thing.
him a bit of time, but still, I wouldn't leave this behind as well. Because climbing Spirit Temple against it sucks. obviously they have Requiem, but it still sucks.
Meanwhile, r0bd0g is going to keep going in Spirit Temple and finish it up, doing the final check it here. Dotzo grabs his gold gauntlets.
Unleashing the light arrows from Kakariko Village. That's pretty much what I'm expecting at this point.
And they don't have FW as well, so they
Yeah.
have to walk all the way back. I think once I got those hovers, I would have just went go mode at that point. I would have just done Shadow, and then I mean, what are the odds light arrows is also hit? It's quite slow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are just gonna be in Shadow, because Shadow has long shot or light arrows like 90% of the time. But I can see why Dotzo isn't skipping it. It's risky.
I think it is risky inherently, but I don't think it's that much of a risk. I think.
No, not that much. Climbing up Spirit isn't horrible with Requiem, obviously, but at the same time, it kind of probably depends on how you feel. Like, do you feel ahead? Do you feel behind?
I don't know. It's just. No, I don't know what's going through their heads.
If you feel ahead, you might just rush the hint, in my opinion.
I mean, unless it's in Jabu or Ice Cavern. Well, the thing is though, unless it's in Shadow Temple, like there's only Jabu or Ice Cavern.
I think Dotzo feels ahead, yeah. Because he skipped all of bottom of the well, which is pretty substantial. He routed his Skulltulas very well, like it worked out perfectly for him. He didn't double the Spirit or anything. I mean, he lost a bit of time to the crash, he knows that, since he had to grab the skulls afterwards. But, yeah.
Even so, he still had to walk that path to DC anyway, so I don't think it was actually that
Yeah.
big of a loss.
Of course. Like, I think Dotzo's feeling decent, at least.
Yeah. I think overall though, I think r0bd0g perhaps had a better route overall, because he's done bottom of the well and is still in the lead.
Yeah, I like r0bd0g's dungeon routing
Yes.
better, but Dotzo's Skulltula routing was probably better up to this point. Yeah, r0bd0g waited for him to catch up after the crash.
Haunted Wasteland has been done, yes.
Yeah, by
Unfortunately,
both
there was
of them.
something there. There was a tasty skull there though.
Yep. Very efficient Skulltula. Yeah, he lost a bunch of time for that crash.
Well, pretty decent phase 1 Twin Rover, and it's going to clean up Twin Rover quite nicely, whereas Dotzo trailing behind ever so slightly.
Yep. He's like, what, a minute or two? Ah, 2 minutes probably behind now.
A couple minutes, yeah.
Not much. Rob, not going for the hookshot.
If it turns out Shadow Temple does not have a light arrow, do you think it's deep fire or chickens?
Whew. That's gonna be spicy, yeah. I think you go for the hint anyway, so like,
Oh, absolutely.
there's no point in doing anything else.
See you, Twin Rover. Get the heck out of here.
Destroyed.
Forest Battalion finally acquired.
And it's gonna be Prelude, let me guess. Wonderful vanilla.
Oh, incredible. I mean, Song of Time would probably be even worse, since you don't even need that song.
Yeah, I guess. Well, maybe.
Oh,
Highest
light
score.
arrows?
Wow.
The light arrows? Easy. Alright, so
Easy
fancy
go
go
mode.
mode. We're in go mode,
Wow.
lads.
Spirit had everything.
So this is just a race of the Shadow Temple at this point.
Yep.
It is all down to execution now. Who
Wow.
can do Shadow Temple
This
better, and
is
who can
gonna
kill
be
Ganon
close.
better?
This is gonna be real close. Because I think overall Dotzo's execution is a bit better, just from his speedrunning experience.
Okay, so r0bd0g hit the ground at 3:17:30. Let's see when Dotzo does, and that's how much time Dotzo has got to make up.
Bad Twin Rover
r0bd0g could
RNG
also
for
make
Dotzo.
some mistakes.
And let me guess, we don't get to skip a single chest in Shadow Temple, because Shadow is
Oh,
never
man.
nice.
Oh, Twin Rover is just... Come on, Dotzo, you gotta do Twin Rover faster. Go, go, go!
That's decent.
It was a
Double?
little
No,
rough to
double.
start with, but it seems to be recovering.
Yeah, Go Mode Shadows just feels bad, man. Why did she have to fly over there in Dotzo's end? Okay. Should be able to.
Nice. Very well done.
Squeezed it out. Yes, theoretically you can skip a lot of Shadow. You never can.
I'm just impressed that Mirror Shield locked two of the items.
Yeah.
Directly. Not like, oh, it's in Shadow. It's actually just locked.
Yeah, just sitting there. Also saving a bit of time with the nice hookshot strats.
Very good, very good. Ferret sits down, gets annihilated.
Goodbye.
Dotzo. Alright, so we know Dotzo doesn't like his dungeons. Do you think he's gonna go Shadow?
Maybe he's gonna do Bottle of the Well finally.
Yeah, I think so. No. He's gonna rush that Shadow so hard. Remember, RoBDog is in Shadow.
What did he say? 3:17:30, right?
3:17:30, yes.
So he should be 2.5 yard?
Sees the light arrows. And he knows he's in go mode. So you know what's nice?
We going?
I'm happy that wasn't Rudozetta and it came down to coin flip time, Ice Paladin, or Chapu. No, it is just pure execution at this point.
Yeah, I'm glad it gave us go mode at 3 hours and 15 minutes. And didn't torture us any longer.
So, 319, basically 320. So Dotzo is 2.5 minutes behind.
I think he might be able to make that up in a like 20-minute execution race. Like not saying Rob's execution is bad or anything. Obviously it isn't. Otherwise he wouldn't be here. But Dotzo's execution
plays
is
it
very
perfectly, and RoBDog makes
very
even
well.
2 mistakes. We're back to even.
Yep. Oh, this is gonna be a good finish.
We still need to find Rudo's letter. Ah, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, Rudo is going to be trapped in Shadow forever.
Yep.
I wonder what kind of different strategies these two rounds will bring Shadow something. Like, how do they like to do it? And will it make up the difference for Dotzo? Oh, look at all these tasty skulls they could have gone. If Hollow Boots was 1 check earlier, RoBDog could have done all of this and collect skulls, and I think would have easily have run. But unfortunately, it was locked behind the Mirror Shield check. The Mirror Shield check. Oh. That
was really a big difference. Yes, I do, Doc. Give me 1 second. Where is it?
It's at the top of the chat.
Yeah, I'm just blind. Where the oh, there. Okay, so just to reiterate, we had a little survey for the runners. Just asked them a few questions. Doc is bringing up one of them, which is what they think their best strengths are. RoBDog going for the obvious answer, gold gauntlets. Which we actually got.
We did get them, yeah.
And I think Dotzo was talking about his speedrunning knowledge. Also, great FW placement, I gotta say. Great FW placement, really helpful.
10 out of 10. Especially because we can just go to Ganon and just not use it. Although, at least it will be useful for the big pot, that's about it.
Yeah. And Dotzo, as we alluded to earlier, he's convinced that his execution is one of his strong suits, which I agree with. He's been speedrunning this game for I think like 8 years by now, with all different kinds of categories, so he's really well versed. Yeah, that backflip has been allowed for like what now, 4 months or something? I think back in December. And made accessible really nice because there was a skip found that also skips the strength requirement of that room
But it's insane.
for glitchless, but it's pretty advanced to do, and this one is just easy, which is why the community decided to just allow this one. This is what
You're telling me
accessible is
I
pretty
don't need
much.
to do a hover like with 2 frame perfect jumps.
Yeah. This is pretty much what accessible is about. Like, we don't care if it's a glitch, like say ground jumping. We care that it's accessible, and just doing this backflip is much better than doing some frame perfect garbage.
So, Dotzo was 2 minutes 30 seconds behind. RoBDog picks up this key at 3:23:36. Let's see how much
another
time
comparison.
Dotzo has made up. In the meantime, both of these runners are just doing Shadow Temple as fast as they can. They're both in go mode for those joining us.
Yep.
It's all down to execution at this point. So who can do Shadow Temple the best? Dotzo was 2.5 minutes behind to begin with, but as long as his execution is better than RoBDog's, he can make up that time. As long as Dotzo plays perfectly and RoBDog makes mistakes, he can make up that time. So it is not over, despite 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, this is gonna be very close.
All it takes is one bad Ganondorf kill to
Or
make up
like
the difference.
accidentally falling off the boat, which obviously nobody would ever do.
No, no one would ever do that. Does that kind of thing. Oh, hey, there's a Rudozella, by the way. Shadow Temple.
Good joke. I'm glad we got the light arrows before this.
God, that would be so rough. So, do you think we should do Jabu before we do Ganon?
Of course.
We have to free Rudo, guys.
Yeah. Gotta get our Samsung for this 50 skull seed.
Nah, if anything, they have to open up the validation chest. That's the most necessary part of the seed.
I mean, they're not validated, are they? Actually, do you think RoBDog just wins automatically because he has the validation rupee? Dotzo doesn't. Because Steve has it.
And as usual, you don't get to skip a single chest in this dungeon. Well, maybe one.
Oh, of course not. Okay, so I said 3:23:37, I believe, right?
Flat 30, I believe. But I think they did the 2 checks here in a different order.
True. So it's not really a good comparison.
Just see when he gains control on the boat or something.
Alright. When RoBDog gains control on the boat at 3:25:51. Because Dotzo did this chest first. That we can't use it as a good comparison.
Bear strat. I doubt any of them will risk that. Both going for the nice little FW and choose strat, which is always neat. No need to do any in this room.
Yeah, the FW.
It's probably gonna be the one use of FW. Gonna see. Maybe in the last room, but I don't think that one saves anytime.
In the Shadow Maze, you get the.
Yeah, that's the one I mean. I'm not sure if that one saves time. Maybe. Probably.
Dotzo, go. It's so close. You just need to keep going. RoBDog is in the Shadow Maze right now, whilst Dotzo is in the fans room, only a couple rooms behind and roughly a couple minutes behind. It is so close. And I think I'm gonna say it's so close about another 20 times to
Probably.
just how close this race is.
Yup. We can't tell yet how much he's behind. We'll see soon.
Also picking up the Rudozella, vital information you need to know. He's gonna continue on with the Shadow Temple, despite him being in go mode.
Yep, this was a wonderful seed.
Dotzo using FW, not sure why, maybe he just wants to use it.
I think he just pressed the wrong button.
No, I would imagine so too. But hey, that's 10 seconds! Like 8 to 10 seconds, that could...
That's a bit of timeless, yeah.
RoBDog using the Scarecrow to get across, doesn't care about a cutscene skip, he's just gonna head straight to Bongo.
Yeah, I think if you have Longshot, this is the fastest up. Use the Scarecrow.
Does RoBDog make it across? Makes it across fine, and it's gonna do Bongo. Meanwhile, Dotzo is on the boat.
Oh.
However.
Okay, 3:28:10-ish for Bongo entry. Come on, Dotzo, please.
Come on, Dotzo.
Thank you.
So Dotzo is about 2 minutes 30 seconds still. He actually made up time, but casting the Savvy, falling down then.
I think he's 3 minutes behind. Because we had it on gaining control. It was at 3:25:50.
I think so, yeah.
He lost a bit of time.
No, Dotzo. Yeah, Rob's execution was on point. I didn't see a single mistake from Rob.
Nice one cycle by Rob. Very
And
nice.
Yeah, very nice. No mistakes from RoBDog in Shadow, whereas Dotzo slipping up here a little bit there, costing about 30 seconds.
Yeah, if Rob doesn't mess up badly in Ganon's castle, he should have it. Why is he using FW again? Oh no, he's using Dins, never mind.
Trying to blow up the boat. Or maybe, I don't know. Oh, not use love! Are you sure you don't not use for Ganon, Rob? Just act confident.
Really needed. So 2 spells in Shadow.
Oh,
Two of the
welcome.
fairy spells.
So, Zelda Speedruns 2 has just joined us. So, let's introduce you all to this seed. We have our runners, RoBDog and Dotzo. They are 2 minutes apart in go mode. RoBDog is about to go to Ganon's castle, whereas Dotzo has to kill Bongo. He's 2 minutes behind. It is incredibly close. This seed has been 50 skulls. Big Goron. It could have been all dungeons. Deku and Dodongo were stones, but Ridder's Ladder was quite late, so we didn't get to that part. But it has been a roller coaster of a seed.
And the beauty is, logically, the Gorn trade item was so early, you needed to thaw King Zora
Yes, you
with your 2
you had to
wallets.
unfor King Zora, but thankfully, eye drops were in Deku Tree, and RoBDog went straight for that magic and got that done. Dotzo did Deku late, but also did it a bit as well.
Yep,
So
it
this was a crazy seed, and they're only 2 minutes apart.
Yeah, if they had gotten prescription on instead of the eye drops, oof. This would have ended quite a bit differently, I imagine. Rob entering Ganon's castle at 3:30:40. He must also be feeling like 3:30 is a very slow seed for these runners, even with 50 skulls. But it was just, it wasn't really trolly. It was just annoying to route in the skulls with suns. Yeah.
Hover Boots was Mirror Shield locked, so you couldn't even get the Shadow Temple Sculptures. Rudo's Letter was Mirror Shield locked, so you couldn't even get Ice Cavern or Jabu Sculptures if you wanted to. That's like 15 skulls right there. Minimum.
Oh yeah, true. They waited 10 minutes because of Crash, pretty much.
That's true. That is actually correct. So 3:21, roughly, it should be right now.
Still, that is still not a fast time for these runners. Like, I'm pretty sure they've both done 50 skull seeds that are easily around the 3-hour mark.
Unfortunately, Dotzo did have a VC crash, but I think whilst there was a bit of a time loss there, I don't think it would have mattered. I think it would have been way closer, but I think RoBDog would still have won.
It would have been super close, since he lost a bit of time to recollecting the skulls.
Assuming RoBDog has good execution, I think the VC crash would not have mattered.
Yeah, I think he should still be at a bit closer, but still be ahead.
Dotzo doing a very nice quick kill on Bongo, and is going to be moving on from there, straight to Ganon.
Going for the usual equips for a dwarf. A hammer, a bottle, and light arrows.
I've got to say, this has been a fun seed to watch and commentate.
Yeah. That's just been an interesting one.
You know, I was expecting maybe deep fire, you know, maybe some skulls, maybe something comes up because it's rando. But I wasn't expecting 50 skulls, big Goron, no Sun Song, by the way.
Yep.
Like, see. And to make things worse, the Forest Medallion, which is 2 songs, was locked behind 50 skulls. To really rub it in.
Okay. Dotzo collected a 6th medallion. Really rob it in. Oh, you guys.
Good one. I love it. Oh. Robdog's doing it like this. Alright, can he do the quick kill? What matters? 3 hits.
Oh,
One more.
timing is a bit off, but gets it. Nice.
Dotzo back walking to Ganon's castle. Gonna at least activate the Rainbow Bridge and being in Ganon's castle. Robdog just a minute and a half away from ending this seed.
Yep.
What would you say your favorite part of this seed was, Hamza?
Good. I think the early game was very interesting, with both of them doing such completely different routes. Like Dotzo did one of the longest child segments you see from runners, like clearing
Dotzo
up
did a
all of
very thorough child route. Whereas
Garden City and whatnot.
Yeah, Robdog went first
Rob
Deku
stayed-
because
Rob
200
stayed
rupees
adult
in,
block. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. So there was 200 rupees in Mido. He goes into Deku, gets eye drops, and then he finds out Big Goron's magic. So he just goes adult and does a really massive adult section, and then comes back to child about 50 minutes in. But
Yeah,
despite
like-
these two wildly different routes, they're 2 minutes apart, pretty much, 2 to 3 minutes.
Yep. Like usually, I feel you see, like either some people just do the 3 child songs and then go adult. Some people do the early adult, but go back pretty quickly to get the child songs. But they both did massive child and massive adult routes.
The only
And
difference between these two runners is Robdog did bottom of the well. That's the only difference.
Pretty much.
So I guess that's a few extra minutes there, but the only thing there was the boomerang, and Robdog didn't really use that boomerang to much effect. So
Yeah, he couldn't
despite
get
that,
many
he's still
skills.
winning. So cleanly killing the Iron Knuckles, whereas Robdog prepares for the final blow. Zelda being useful for once does something. The final blow comes in so shortly. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Robdog finishes with a time of 3:35 something, depending when the time comes up. And Dotzo enters Ganondorf's room. GG to both these runners, well played. It was an amazing seed. Crazy, and both of them did very different routes, but it still ended up so close. Oh,
Beautiful seed.
man. It was definitely a beautiful seed. Will any of them be joining us for perhaps an interview?
I don't know.
Dotzo will be joining us for an interview, but I'm trying to
I was tired, he said.
but Rob, I'm trying to convince to go to Wendy's, but I think he's coming in for an interview anyways.
Okay.
So
We should try and keep it brief then. Yeah, 3:20-ish, I guess.
Oh, welcome, welcome. GG, well played.
Hey guys.
So, congratulations, Robdog. You managed to pull it off. Dotzo was just barely behind you.
So close.
It was a really close seed for a lot of it. And it's actually interesting because both of you did very different openers.
Yeah,
Yes,
I knew Rob was going to do Deku.
And the
I
eye drops
faked
were
for like
bad.
2 seconds going the other way, but I don't know if anybody caught that. But
Oh no, we thought you were juking us. You both collected Hollywood seconds apart at the same time. Almost.
Yeah.
It was-
You pretty much held them up at the same time, just Dotzo went to the hand outside afterward.
Yeah.
is that the
So
whole difference?
yeah, that was the only difference because I went up the wall and was standing in front of the boss key room, and I'm like, it's 4 checks and I need light arrows. It's really fast, and went back down.
It would have been super
Yeah,
close
so-
had you not done that.
I made up
I
some
went
time
to-
with the boss at the big Goron sword though.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Yeah. So I went to Deku first, like I normally do, but the damn Bigoron item. So I was debating, if I saw a hint that it was something, then I guess I just have to go adult. Like I like to do 3 songs, but that Bigoron forced me, and I had no idea what to do. I was completely out of my element the entire time.
Did you save for it?
No, I kept the drops. I didn't want to deliver it on the
both kept it.
Yeah, I did Deku last. So I'm just like, okay, don't save for it. Whatever you do.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Even though you both ended up unfreezing King Zora.
Yep.
You
I
had
was
to
like,
with
how am I
free
gonna get
blue
the
fire.
chance? I just got the wallet. I should do this check, and then I remembered I had blue fire.
Yep.
Yep.
Why didn't I go into domain and get that Sculptula first? Like, why did I have to do an extra?
Yeah.
little half?
We were kind of questioning that.
It was like I thought I needed money to do King Zora Thaw, but I had a blue fire, and why do I care that much about that check anyway? Ugh, I'm hungry and tired.
I'll try and keep it every. So, oof.
Yeah, so somebody in chat just brought up the 5 gold Skulltulas. So that was my decision. I'm not going to fault Rob for that. He was, a champ for letting me catch up. So I chose not to do those 5 skulls again because I wanted to get back to PG as fast as I possibly could. Like I was talking in the IRC and I was like, can I just glitch past my failure? Because I would sacrifice the 1 skull in Forest to just clip to PG. Like, that would be a nice set of rules, I think.
How long did it take you to get your last 5? Because
I went. So to
difference.
get those 5 again, it took me like 2 minutes because I was going to go to DC anyway, so it just routed back in.
We were thinking roughly 2:30
Yeah.
was what you lost from the 5 skulls.
And what's the time difference here?
About
I think
2.5
3
minutes.
minutes.
Oh
Yeah.
boy!
It would have been super close, but
Super close.
I think you would
I
have.
wish we got them. That would have been quite a finish.
It would have been, yeah.
We had both been in Ganon at the same time.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I kind of wanted the gold gauntlets to be lighter.
I'm kind of glad those showed up when they did because I needed Sculptulas. I still hadn't got the one to make it night at Ganon.
Yeah.
So.
The only
That was
difference
convenient.
between both of you was RoBDOG had Bottom well done, but you hadn't done it, Dotzo. What was your thought process? Is it because you kind of figured RoBDOG would have done Bottom well because he probably went to Adult because Deku Tree, right?
So I cleared all of Child before going Adult. Like, I just pulled an ATZ and just went, yeah, I'm doing Child for like an hour.
I've done this.
Mostly because of the bombs. Like, I wanted to do the river. And then the time of day worked out for Dampe. I already knew I wasn't doing Cuckoos. The Skull Mask hint was huge. So it basically never came up because once I was adult, I had so much stuff to do. Like, dipping the 3 dungeons I did without the items was kind of stupid, but I just didn't realize I didn't have them at the time, except for Forest, because that's when I needed skulls. But it kind of just never came up. And then once the skull hunt started, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to rush Spirit as hard as I possibly can. If nothing comes of it, I'll go to Bottom of the Well.
Yeah,
But
'cause it
then
does
just
too.
everything was in Spirit Temple.
You never went to Bottom of the Well?
Nope, never touched it.
The
We
boomerang
were
is in
really
there.
surprised by
Of course
that.
the boomerang's in there.
Yeah.
I got like 4 Sculptulas with it. It didn't help me much.
No, I hate doing child skulls. They're so slow and they're so spread out.
Also, one question or one thing we were kind of debating about: why did you delay Forest so long, Dotzo?
The first forest or the second forest?
The second one where you could actually clear it.
Yeah, it ended up in a weird spot in the route because I don't remember where the first strength was, but
Chapter 1.
okay. Yeah, it just ended up in a weird part of the route where it was like I had kind of just do this whenever I want, and then
At
Just
the time,
never
you
went
had
there.
Forest,
Yeah, I just
Water,
never
and
thought about
GTG,
it.
and like the mad lad you were, you just went for that GTG, which is
Yeah,
wild.
we were just so surprised by DTG.
I knew something was going to be in GTG because the key in the toilet, the Song of Time bait, meant that there was a high probability that that was on Ocarina or someplace we were never going to touch, which meant that the right side of the maze was nothing.
Okay.
Which like stacked the rest of the area. So
That's true.
I can't believe you went GTG over Forest. That seems weird.
well, I
Yeah.
did Forest. I went to Forest
Really?
twice.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were just confused because, like, obviously you were just looking for strength or like silver gauntlets and hover boots at that point, and so we were just wondering why you didn't do the dungeons you had to do anyways, like forest and water, and went to
Run into
GTG
horrors
first.
or something.
But
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, it paid out
It didn't
anyways.
matter.
Yeah, it was weird. But Forest, it was just like Minuet, and then Water was the.
Yeah, of course you
Right
could
now.
come back to them at any point, but at the same time you have to do them anyways. So that's
Yeah.
why we were wondering.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
if hover boots would have just sat in deep forest, then, like rip.
I just want to say, we had just had a scene where Rob's internet didn't crash at all, so it's kind of obvious.
Oh yeah, I
he
didn't get
kinda-
taken up by a tornado. That was nice.
So that it's kind of obvious that he pretty much took Dotzo's internet and thus made his seed crash so he could win this.
Wow.
Clearly.
Some
Actually,
aggressive
But
play.
the VC isn't connected to the internet.
Don't destroy my! God damn it!
actually, I do have to comment about that. RobDog's internet was basically flawless the entire stream. It actually scared me.
I'm not at home.
Where are you?
I'm with my parents.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's some commitment. So that's why I robbed Dog wrong. He let his mother play the seed.
Oh, dear.
DQ'd co-op.
Yeah, co-op is not allowed, Rob. What the fuck?
Here. I actually dropped 80 frames, I think. So
80
That's good.
frames
80
over
frames.
the entire stream is like not even like 0.1%, so that's fine.
But yeah, this is gonna be my last race, and we're gonna have to figure something out for my crappy internet next time because the way it is right now is my internet goes down. I can't keep streaming because it'll crash my audio drivers. It's really stupid.
Ooh.
So
I
have
mean,
to stop and start, and that'll drop 10 minutes worth of stream right there. So I don't know what we're gonna do.
as long as your local record, I mean, it might not be great for the restream, but
Yeah.
So-
I don't want it
Pretty-
to be that way though.
Pretty
yeah,
easy
I get
solution.
that.
Pretty easy solution, chat. If we reach 300 subscribers within the next 20 minutes, we'll send Rob Dog to Germany and he can play the seeds at my home.
Actually,
Wow.
About.
actually,
Dude.
alternative, if we get
How many
300,
subs do we need for this?
if we get to 350 subs in the next 20 minutes, then we can fly him over to the UK and he can play at my place. And I've got solid internet and enough room for him to bunk, so it would work out perfectly.
Who wants
I
to
think
go
that's
to
cheaper than
Who
a
wants to go
flight.
to Brexit country?
Hey,
Hold on, we
hey,
haven't said
hey!
the-
Brexit is
Knew
being
he was gonna say
cancelled.
that.
Brexit is in the process of being cancelled. Don't worry.
This
on.
burns
You
my
know-
bracket prediction, by the way.
You know, he
I-
just goes over to Brexit country, then the Brexit comes, and then he can't leave anymore because the
Oh,
borders
okay.
get closed.
Good
That is
Heads
not
up,
happening.
wouldn't it?
That is
That's
not
not how that
happening
works,
in
I
the
don't think.
slightest.
Also, Pro, thank you so much. That is now 125 gifted subs. You're
Crazy.
amazing.
I have one. That's my final question for Rob Dog and Dotzo. Dotzo, did you play yesterday's seed? I'm pretty sure you did, right?
I don't want
Do
to
you
talk
think
about it.
did you think that seed helped you mentally prepare for this one?
No, it was so much worse because I used to play like that, where just check the worst thing possible always.
What?
I'm so strung out from that. season
Wait.
Oh
still.
boy!
Wait,
Jesus.
wait, what?
Oh boy! Thanks, guys, for the 20 sub bomb, and yeah, thank you so much, both of you.
My favorite part about
my
that-
God.
From
Sorry.
last
We
night.
are now at. That's not updated. That's definitely not updated.
My favorite part from last night was the way that I just kind of surgically removed that lens from Ganon's castle. It was just in, out. So good.
Oh, I love that.
Like at this
is
point,
so
I'm just
mentally
like, whoever made this, I am on to you. I know your tricks.
Why is there no...
actually required?
By the way, just quickly tune into the stream. Tune into the stream, there's the best Ocarina of Time remix ever done in history right now.
Yeah, I was gonna compliment you after this stream, Trez. I've been jamming out to all the new songs you've added to the playlist. I'm really loving this.
It's a freaking metal remix of the horse race scene. It's amazing.
So, do you have any further questions, Hamza, for these two lovely races?
No, I just...
What? Let's
Beautiful
take a
scene.
look. What races are coming up next? I can get the spreadsheet.
Oh, what races are coming up next? Well, in about
Void, tell us.
Well, in about 2 hours, we're gonna have a race between Bloody Biscuits and Digital Hobo, and then after that, in 6 more
that'll be
hours,
Dotzo has to play next time. Dotzo will have to play the loser of that, I think.
I'm
sure you'll be
not got
watching
the
that
brackets up for that.
Let me check, I
I
can
know if
tell.
I lost, I predicted to play Bloody Biscuits. Oh
no.
no.
No,
If
you're
he
wrong.
wins his next match, it'll be Bloody or Digital potentially.
Yeah, and Dotzo will face the loser of Kakao versus Necro, which is happening tomorrow, I believe.
Yes.
yeah,
tomorrow at 8 PM UTC or 4 PM EDT. I think you changed the schedule to EDT now. I want to say you did.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, so we got 2 more 1v1s, like we said earlier, Digital Hobo versus Bloody Biscuits, and then in 6 more hours we have 10th Doctor versus My Cats with a 1v1 black and white stream.
Mike is not streaming in black and white anymore. He upgraded.
What?
He
Mind blown.
upgraded and he lost all his mojo to it, and now he's bad.
Damn.
Back to black and white.
Oh, but that's part of the charm.
You are not awake at 2 AM anyways.
No, but I'm doing the stream before that.
Yeah, because you're freaking crazy and I'm doing like 8 streams in 4 days.
No,
Or like even more.
6. 6 in
Six?
6 in 3 days.
Alright, that's it. I'm going to Wendy's. What should I get? I need suggestions.
Get food, my dude.
Everything.
Food?
Entire menu.
I have no idea what they have.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Spicy chicken is exactly what I was thinking. It's a...
Spicy
That's
That
chicken.
sounds
good.
delicious.
Alright,
Alright, everyone.
I'm gonna go eat that.
Yeah, anyways.
Thanks for the race, Doctor. That was fun.
Yeah,
Well, also tiring.
thank you too for the race. It was quite close and very fun. Probably not on your side because you had to do the 50 skulls and big on Trading Quest, so.
Hey, Void, you're not making
Oh,
my
that was
seed
painful.
right for tomorrow, are you?
Huh?
You're
Your
not making my
seed.
seed tomorrow.
When's
right?
your seed?
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Nope,
What,
I'm not
26th
touching
of
that one. I am doing the Duke one though.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Good game, everyone. See ya.
Wait,
Wait,
no, I think you've got Shadow for that one.
Oh no, I want Void. I
Oh,
want
no,
Void.
no,
I want
you got
Shadow.
Trez. You got Trez, you're fine.
You got me. You
I don't know which I'd prefer out of you three.
Excuse me?
You're all bad.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you heard me. You all make bad seeds.
Get out of here.
Anyways, while those two argue about who makes the worst seeds, I'm going to wrap things up. So thank you to our wonderful commentators again, Hamza and Monstrous. This was a great commentary, this entire race. Thank you to everyone who subscribed and gift bombed. There was a lot of gifts this time, and I'm surprised considering how little... we don't even have a sub goal yet, do we, Trez?
No. I need to come up with something and I have no clue.
I've gotta say that-
Why don't you just add a multi-world between all the restreamers into the mix?
That's amazing!
Me and Lost were talking
yeah.
about this. How did you miss this?
Yeah, that's amazing. We'll actually do that. At 250 subs, we'll do an... Yeah, I mean, not all restreamers, but as many as possible restreamer multi-world. Live on ZSR. And it will be the absolute bonkers bullshit.
Hopefully that'll be after all my exams are done and everything, so I can actually stay up for 48 hours or however long this is gonna take.
Nice.
But yeah, anyways, thank you to
Thanks,
everyone. Thank you, Trez, for joining us towards the end of this and changing my name throughout the stream as well.
Yeah, Void, sing them. It's alright.
Why sing them?
Juke, we'll do that at 500. Brony has to play it on his own. That happens at 500 subs. Brony has to play 32 Plandos, and every single one is done by a bracket member.
You would not like mine.
But
With glitch, yeah, and they are allowed to be no logic.
Okay, mine would be awful. So
Alright, Dotzo will just make the worst one.
yes. Wait, you wanted the hammer on Volvagia? Yeah, I can do.
Easy bottle adventure. Easy.
Yeah.
on that note, I'll finally wrap things up then. So thank you everyone for watching. It's been a fun one. See you guys in 2 hours.
Thanks.
Bye.
This
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
al
Bye-bye.
dente.